know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter collar. Whole squad been trained to go. Been for life, we throw the folk. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Stephen D, and this is Clock Blockers right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network, home of the #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. I am your host, Stephen D. What is going on? How are y'all doing today? Hope you all are enjoying and getting ready for the show today. We got a big show lined up for you today. It is Throwback Thursday right here on Clock Blockers. And, you know, we got celebrity NFL picks with our girl Tamaris here in a few. So let me do the rundown real quick before we get started up in here. My name is Stephen D. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Stephen D. SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, in love. You guys can also follow Miami Sports Music on all social media platforms at Miami Sports Music and at MIA Sports Music. All right. Also, make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We are less than 250 subscribers away from 10,000 subscribers. So make sure you all do that. Okay. Also, want to remind you all too to make sure you guys sign up and become a member of the channel today. The link is in the description below to sign up. Love to get 2 new members on the channel today. Also, want to remind you all to help the channel grow by donating. Okay, lots of different ways you can do that. You can use the YouTube Live Super Chat, or you can use Cash App, which is right here on the screen. You see the QR code, MSM Podcast Network with a $ in front of it, or PayPal, which is also MSM Podcast Network, and the QR code right on your screen. Want to give a big shout out to our sponsors of the show, ZSM Sports. ZSM Sports, specializing in all sports memorabilia, cars, jerseys, balls, and hard-to-find items. Make sure you give a call to ZSM Sports today and give them a follow on social media at SportsZSM or Facebook at /ZSM-Sports. Hangry Owls, good food, good mood, craft subs and salads. Hangry Owls in Pembroke Pines, Florida. Make sure you give them a call at 305-279-5332. We love Aldo. He's absolutely amazing. He's got great subs. He's even got great dessert. So make sure you guys check them out. Hey, look, Vezasur. I got to roll the R. Vezasur. Absolutely amazing. We love them. They're closed today, by the way, and because of all the weather. And when I bring Cameron on in a minute, we'll talk about the weather down there in Florida right now. But born and raised, a beer created for the fans, by the fans, the official beer of Clock Blockers, Vezasur. I want to remind you all, in December 18th, 17th or 18th, that's Saturday or Sunday, Allie, a.k.a. Dolfreaky, a.k.a. Dolphins Fan of the Year. Make sure you guys go vote for her, by the way. She's online at NFL.com/NFL Fan of the Year, presented by Captain Morgan. Me and Allie, who both rep Vezasur as a sponsor, are going to be doing a huge watch party in December. So be on the lookout for that. We got more information coming. Dolfreaky, Stephen D, watch party at Vezasur for the Bills game. So just put that in the back of your minds. That's going to be at Wynwood. That's going to be at the brewery at Vezasur. I'm flying down specifically for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. A great place to sit.com. You guys need tickets to the game. Make sure you guys go to a great place to sit.com. Remember, the price you see is the price you get. Concert, sports, theater, anything you need anywhere in the world, a great place to sit.com. And make sure when you give them a call, you use the code word DWA to get 5% off on your tickets. And last but certainly not least, TailGreeter. We love TailGreeter. Download the app today on your current Apple or Android device, and make sure you download the free app. It's awesome. It's good stuff. All right. Obviously, today is Throwback Thursday, all-time Browns versus Dolphins, and Celebrity NFL Weekend Picks with our girl Tamaris. But before I bring her in, let me bring in the co-host of Thursdays with me, my brother from another mother, Mr. East 32 himself, Cameron. What is going on, Cameron? How are you this morning?
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Pretty good, man. I feel like we got a big morning lined up. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of moving parts this morning. Just so everyone knows, everyone's good down here in South Florida. Just a lot of beach erosion, but wind and rain. But, man, it's sunny and beautiful out right now, and we're good to go, man. No effects from the cold.
Well, the internet is a little choppy for you, but I think aside from that, hopefully we'll be good. But if we lose you, we'll keep the party going here today.
Right
so
on.
I'm not too worried about that, but I'm glad you're safe, man. Why don't you bring in our special guest as we do each and every Thursday?
Yeah. My girl Tamaris, man, here from F-Boy Island season 2, HBO Max, and she is kicking our butts left and right, up and down the prognostications of each week's games. But I got to break it to you, Tamaris. Good morning.
Good morning, Tamaris.
Good morning.
So
Tamaris promoted us on Instagram. Real quick, Tamaris promoted us on Instagram.
I was on live.
She was on live, and so I was up there, and I was like, "Hey, don't you do this morning show on Thursday? It's pretty awesome. You should shout it out." And she did, and she got everything right. I was so proud of her. It was awesome.
Man, that is kick ass. And listen, before we get into the picks and everything, I just want to wish Tamaris a happy birthday because tomorrow's her birthday.
Happy birthday.
And I think she turns 21, at least in her head.
Yeah.
Are you 21 again, Tamaris?
Yeah.
This is the 9th year in a row you've been 21. What's up with this?
I know.
That's pretty accurate.
You're 100% accurate. I'm turning 30.
Only because she was on her Instagram live when we were doing this whole thing, talking about how old she. I can't believe I'm turning. Yes, I won't say the age.
Don't say that. It's so embarrassing. I don't.
No, it's not. How do you think Cameron feels every day? He has to wake up and look in the mirror and know how old he is.
I know. I told him that literally every single day. Like how old he is.
There's not many 54-year-olds that look this good, bro.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give that to you.
Hey, but
are you doing
happy
anything
birthday,
special for your
Tamaris.
birthday, Tamaris? Are you doing anything special?
I'm supposed to go to New York, but I'm trying to get an IV after this. I'm in a lot of pain, so let's try to, not try to
She's like, wrap this up already. Wrap this up.
Yeah, I'm dying in pain.
Were you partying last night, Tamaris? Is that what you were doing?
No, I have a condition called endometriosis, and I get excruciating pain, which you're thankful that I'm not throwing up right now, but in a few I will. So yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
all right.
But I'm here. I'm here. I'm present.
You're present. You're accounted for. So I'll let Cameron take over. I'll shut up.
Okay, cool.
Well, listen, happy birthday, Tamaris. I know we'll roll through this pretty quick. So after 3 weeks of winning and kicking all of our butts, last week you took it on the chin a little bit and came in last place at 7-6.
Okay, there's a reason why, because I didn't do what I was like rushing, and I didn't typically do what I usually do. So that's the reason why I came in.
We'll see how it works out this week. Batman and Steven both went 8-5, so they only won one more game than you. So I would consider them, in the same league. And of course,
8-5 is the best I've done in like a month, bro.
Right now, and I'm 8-5, and someone in the chat was like, "Can I get Steven's picks, please, so I can see who not to pick?"
Hi, Mary. Hi, Addie.
Hurry up and come say hi. Hurry up.
Oh my God, the dog. Hi.
Hello.
Your daughter's never been on Clock Blockers. Good morning.
Live on Clock Blockers.
Can you ask her who the greatest NBA player of all time is, real quick?
And take the dog. What's that?
I was going to say, ask her who the greatest player in the NBA all time was.
Oh, she already knows that.
She was going to say LeBron. I know she was. We'll just say that.
She don't even know who that clown is. Anyway, so let's get through these picks here. Week 10, we've got a bye week for the Bengals, Jets, Patriots, and Ravens, which is significant for fantasy reasons. But we'll start with Atlanta Falcons going into Carolina to play the Panthers. Tamaris, take it the Falcons.
Baker Mayfield's going to be starting for the Panthers, so I'm going to go Falcons.
For this very same reason, I'm taking Atlanta as well. We have Seattle going into Tampa Bay.
It's in Germany.
It's in Germany, 9:30 in the morning.
Seahawks.
So Maris takes Seattle.
Geno Smith playing like a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. I'm taking Seattle as well.
Kenneth Walker, offensive rookie of the year. Seattle.
Yeah, no doubt. I agree with that.
Minnesota at Buffalo.
Vikings.
Whoa, Maris.
Wow.
What?
No,
I want to say Minnesota. I do, but it's in Buffalo. It depends on what's up with Josh Allen. I'm going to say this. Here's my caveat. If Josh Allen plays, Buffalo. If Josh Allen doesn't play, Minnesota.
You got to pick somebody now.
I'm going Vikings because I don't know what the deal is with Josh Allen. If he has a UCL and that arm's bothering him, I'm going Vikings.
Listen, healthy Allen or not, I would go with the Vikings.
Really?
Vikings are legit. Their defense has the type of matchup defense that Buffalo struggles with. So I'm taking Minnesota. That's very interesting. We all three took Minnesota.
No, but it's all 3 back to back. We all.
Tamaris is like, I can't gain on you guys.
All right, Detroit at Chicago.
Bears.
I'm going Chicago too. Justin Fields looked amazing against us last week. He's definitely going to kill Detroit.
Listen, Chicago's finding their groove offensively, and Detroit. I'm pretty sure the 3 of us could score 3 touchdowns each against Detroit any given week. So I'm taking Chicago as well. Jacksonville at KC.
Chiefs.
Kansas City.
Same. Hey, and I want to point out last week. Last week,
you guys copied
across
me.
the board so far.
Last week, road teams were 8-0.
No way.
I
wonder if that's happened in the. We'll have to talk about that after Tamaris gets off, but that's very interesting. I want to talk about that more.
For sure. Houston at the Giants.
Giants.
No way Houston does anything.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my God.
Here's an opportunity for a little.
You want me to go first, Tamaris?
No.
New Orleans against Pittsburgh.
Saints.
New Orleans looked like total trash against the Ravens this week. So I'm going Pittsburgh in this game. Pittsburgh's beating the Saints. So there's our first non-chalk.
Yeah, Maris took New Orleans. Steven's taking Pittsburgh, and I'll side with Steven and take Pittsburgh.
Fucking haters.
Denver at Tennessee.
Tennessee.
That's too easy.
Yeah. Tennessee, for all intents and purposes, should have beaten Kansas City last week.
No doubt. And yeah, I don't care who's playing quarterback for them.
Indianapolis at Las Vegas.
Colts.
Whoa.
Let's go, Vegas. Vegas Raiders all day, baby.
Yeah, I'm taking Vegas as well. I mean, Indianapolis is doing everything in their power to tank this season. But hey, Jeff Saturday, did you see that press conference yesterday with him?
Man, let me tell you, that is a joke of a franchise if I've ever seen one. I'm sorry.
His presser was pretty impressive, though. We'll talk about that later. Dallas at Green Bay.
Cowboys.
I think this game's going to be a lot closer than people make it out to be. I want to say Green Bay so bad because it's in Green Bay, but they just have not put up the points that I think they've needed to. So I'm going to go Dallas, but I will not be surprised if Aaron Rodgers puts up a game against Dallas. But I'm going to go Dallas. I'm going to go Dallas.
Ooh, Dallas at Green Bay. I just don't see Green Bay's defense stopping Dallas's run attack.
Me neither.
Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott's got a good thing going right now. I'm going to take Dallas. Plus, we all hate Green Bay. Arizona at the Rams.
Chargers.
LA Rams.
This is where you get me. Ooh.
Arizona at the Rams.
Why don't I not have that one?
Because the Chargers play San Francisco in San Francisco.
I missed it. I'm going to pick Cardinals.
You know, this is a very tough game. I think it'll be a lot closer than people think it'll be. I'm interested to know some of the lines there, but I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go with the Rams because I think the Cardinals are in disarray.
Yeah. Let me see here. What'd you say with the Rams? Interesting. So would you say Rams?
I said Rams.
LA Rams. I'm going to take the Rams as well. I'm just not sold on Murray being a consistent quarterback in this league yet. Chargers at San Francisco.
Chargers.
San Fran all day.
Yeah, I'll take San Fran as well. Washington at Philadelphia.
Eagles.
This is Monday Night Football.
Upset of the week. Washington beats Philadelphia. Was my upset of the week.
I am taking Stephen D too. I think like I'm on the Heineke train, and
I'm not sold on Philly at all.
They've squeaked by some inferior teams,
no doubt.
Yeah, I'll take Washington. So, Tamaris, you have 5 opportunities to switch us up, which is good.
Yeah, you guys are literally not being on.
We missed one game. We haven't done the Dolphins game.
Dolphins.
Miami hosting Cleveland Browns.
Miami's gonna kill Cleveland, or at least offensively. Defensively, I'm not so sure, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna put up enough points offensively that we're gonna be fine the entire game. So Miami, and I'll be there, and it'll be amazing.
We will be there.
Hopefully Tamaris will be there if she doesn't go to New York.
I would be square.
Yeah, Miami all day long. And I think this is the game that the defense shows out. Brissett is not the type of quarterback Fields is. You'll see Chubb and Phillips collapse on him all day long, force up the middle. Amari Cooper's having a good season, but I think X negates him. And the Dolphins run defense is pretty stout. So I'll say Miami.
All right, we got our picks. Tamaris, we're going to let you go because I want you to get out of here and get some rest and rest up.
Yes,
hey, real quick, Stephen, what's the date of the Vasas Tour event?
It's December 18th, 17th, or 18th. We don't know what game that day is yet. It'll be Saturday or Sunday. That's an NFL flex game.
We'll connect, and we'll let you, before we let you go, let's celebrate you and have a happy birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Tamaris. We love having you on. Feel better.
So much. I'll see you next week.
Yes.
All right. Bye.
And I'll keep it.
All right.
Don't throw up, Tamaris.
Oh, man. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. I know you said you got to get out of here. Do you have a few minutes just to touch on a few things?
Absolutely. Let's talk for 10 minutes.
All right, man. The first things first, I do want to touch on road teams going 8-0 last week. What is that all about?
Let me see if that's correct, because that's what I saw on my
That's a crazy stat if that's true.
Hold on.
I don't know if that's ever happened. And if it hasn't, it's not happened often.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
But I never saw nobody showed that stat anywhere. So that I feel like that would have been all over if that was the case.
Week 9. You know what? I'll tabulate it here in a minute. But Philly went into Texas and won.
Yeah.
New England. No, you know what? That's wrong, because New England was at home and they beat the Colts, right?
There we go.
Yeah.
Dude, when you said that, I was like, bro, that should be a bigger story than people. Not enough people talking about that, but that didn't happen. So, but still, a lot of road teams won.
A lot of road teams won. Philadelphia won. The Chargers won. That's wrong. That's so wrong, because the Jets won at home. Detroit won at home. The Pats won at home. Minnesota won on the road. Cincinnati won at home. Jacksonville won at home. Seattle won on the road. Yeah, that's wrong.
Okay. Thank you, Cameron, for saying something wrong.
But I debunked myself.
You did. Look, I think I think that the Miami Dolphins, before I get into the Dolphins, I think the NFL period is very interesting the way it looks right now. I made this point last night on Batman show. If you guys missed the show yesterday evening, Batman did his Wednesday evening show right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Go back and listen to it after this. One of the things that I think is very interesting is the NFL right now, right? And, we can go back to week 3 and week 4 and teams were, or week 6, excuse me. Teams were like 3-3 or, 2-4, but a lot of 3-3 teams, a lot of 3-2 teams, whatever it was at that time. Right. And now we go fast forward 3 or 4 weeks later, and there's so many teams that are 6-2, 6-3. A lot of teams went on this winning streak, especially in the AFC. And so, or in the AFC East period. So now we're kind of looking at the NFL and we're like, man, where is the parity's there? I assume, but is the NFL overall in a very good place? Like, are teams good right now, or are teams, I don't know what to think of the NFL right now. I'm kind of confused because I would have said all these teams were mediocre 4 weeks ago, and now those same teams went on 3 and 4 game win streaks, and I don't know what to think now.
So the middle of the pack is getting stronger and larger, is what you're saying.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I had said there was 3 or 4 elite teams at that time, and that was Philadelphia, Buffalo, and Kansas City for the most part. Everybody else was kind of mediocre, but now
I think you have to put Minnesota in that conversation now too. They're 7-1. I mean, you have to.
It's still crazy to me that we were Teddy Bridgewater away from winning that game, or a Jalen Waddle fumble away from winning that game.
So let's talk about that too. I mean, let's talk about that, because you could offensively, we think, the Dolphins are, if not the best, at least certainly in the top 3 offensively, right? They're humming right now. They can 100%. Put points on anybody. They seem unstoppable.
We put up 30 plus this weekend against Cleveland. We're top 3 offense in the league. Like, no argument.
Let's just talk about the offense. So we're humming right now. They're Super Bowl worthy offense.
Yep.
Yeah. So you take those 3 games or 2.5 games that Tua didn't play. Cincinnati, Minnesota, and what was the other one?
New York.
The Jets, right?
Yep. And Jets and the Vikings are, for all intents and purposes, better teams record-wise than we are.
Do we win all 3 of those games with Tua in?
I don't like playing that game. I try to get people to, but here's what I say. Here's how I kind of step away from it, or walk around it, or whatever the adjective you want to use or saying you want to use. Those games end differently. Do we win them? I think that we probably do, if I'm honest with myself, but we don't know that for sure. So, but what I do know for a fact is that all 3 of those games end differently if Tua plays in all those games. And so with that being said, you got to think that the Minnesota game would have been different, and the Jets game definitely would have been. I understand they put up 40 points against us, but it was a 2-point game with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And the Vikings game, we went down towards the end, and we were about to score, and then Jalen Waddle fumbled it, and I still think that game would have ended up differently had Tua been in it, personally.
So here's my point. And we're talking about elite teams, Minnesota, Chiefs, and Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
If Tua plays in those 3 games, safe to say that we're 7-1. What's our record now? 6-3.
6-3. I mean,
so we're 8-2. We're 8-1.
We're 7-2. I think at worst.
We're 8-1. So which puts the Miami Dolphins in that same category.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's my point. If Tua is on the field, this team is an elite team.
I think so, but there are some people that would argue that when you allow Detroit to put up the numbers that they did against us, and you allow Chicago to put it what they did against us, and my thought is, look, I understand that defense wins championships, but when your offense can put up whatever amount of points it needs to win a game, I think that changes the deal of how a team should be looked at as a whole. And I would also say that even in those games, for the lack thereof of defense, they showed up when they needed to at certain times in the fourth quarter in those games. So how can you say like the defense was horrible? They weren't great. There's a lot of mistakes that they made, but when the game was on the line, they showed up, and they did. They did point blank, even in the Pittsburgh game.
I expect the defense to get healthy this week against Cleveland. We got a bye week and then the Texans, which is going to be instrumental to the health of this team. And who knows? Like, listen, nobody's counting on Byron Jones, anytime soon. But if he comes back after the bye week, that means a whole lot of difference to this defense if he's healthy. So, but back to my original statement, you take those elite teams, and if you understand Tua would have a significant impact on those 3 games he missed, you put the Dolphins in that same conversation. And so moving forward, we could be, 8-3 going into San Francisco, and we are in that conversation. Then it's time to see what this team is all about, because San Francisco, that West Coast swing, and then having, finishing with Green Bay, Buffalo, New England, and the Jets will tell us everything about this team.
Yeah, I mean, look, the rest of the NFL right now is very interesting to kind of see the way that it looks. Like we go and we look at the other games this week, and games that I'm really interested to see is this Vikings-Bills games. Look, I want to know what's up with Josh Allen, right? This UCL thing in his arm is the equivalent to what would be in baseball, I guess, Tommy John, and so, or what people are saying anyway. So, it'll be very interesting to see what happens there, because let's say Case Keenum does need to come in and play, or does need to, play a significant amount of time. Does that change how that team is looked at? My personal opinion is yes, right? And then you also got to look at, teams like Cleveland, who we're playing this week, that I think will be very interesting. Cleveland seems to be borderline. Are they a good team? Are they a bad team? Are they a mediocre team? Cleveland, it's who's going to show up that weekend, right? And then you look at, like the Chargers 49ers game on Sunday Night Football, which I'm really interested to see, because we play both of those teams in a couple of weeks. And it's going to be very interesting to see how they play each other, because I think that those two, like Chargers, I put in the same boat as Cleveland. They're either going to be a good team or a bad team. It depends on the week that you're playing. And then I look at San Francisco, and I think San Francisco is an elite team like us. I personally do. I think they're one of the best. So I think there's a lot of things that we need to see from the standpoint of, where the NFL is at as a whole, and where I would stack up Miami against them personally. I think that Miami's top 5 team in the NFL, and I know their record might not show that, but they're 6-3, and the two at least that 2 of the 3 losses, Tua wasn't there, and that counts for something. People are like, that's an excuse. That's the reality of what happened. When he is there, he makes that team better. And with every game, I don't care if it's 35-32 or whatever we did against Detroit, or 16-10 in Pittsburgh, he makes that team feel more confident. And so that's why I think no matter what happens this weekend, no matter what the score is this weekend, we're going to win. We're going to beat Cleveland. I'm not worried about Cleveland. I'm not worried about Jacoby Brissett or Nick Chubb, for that matter.
I don't know. I think Coach McDaniel, puts it perfectly. We're not overlooking any team, and I'm glad he's saying that. But I think that's the mindset of this team. And any given Sunday, somebody could beat somebody. It's all NFL caliber teams, and you put the right scheme in, and it clicks, and you execute. You never know. That said, there's not many, if any, teams outside of Kansas City that could put up the points the Dolphins do, and Cleveland certainly isn't one of those teams. I wouldn't. You're not going to bet Jacoby Brissett against Tua, and you're not going to bet Amari Cooper versus Waddle and Hill. Chubb and Hunt, probably you bet on them against our backfield, but when it all shakes out, we're scoring more points than them, and that's all that matters. At the end of the day,
I do too. What do you expect this weekend? Like, do you think what are your thoughts about this game? How do you see it going down personally?
I see, the Dolphins putting up 30, and, Cleveland, running the ball down our throats, and with decent success. But I don't see Brissett, leading this team to more than 2 touchdowns.
So you think that the defense is going to show up this weekend for the Dolphins?
The Dolphins have, I think the 8th or 10th, somewhere around there, running defense. And the addition of Chubb makes a difference in terms of collapsing the pocket and establishing the edge, more so than Ingram did in the past. So, and it keeps Ingram fresh. Listen, I think they pressure Brissett into mistakes. I think we match up well with X on Cooper and Donovan Peoples, guarded by, Kahoo. I like the matchups. Listen, it's about containing the run game, which we've shown we've done a decent job at. So, I don't see Cleveland outscoring Miami, regardless how many points that Cleveland puts up, or how many points the Dolphins defense gives up. I think it's going to be 14 to 17 points. That's it.
Scar 305 says, "Come on, Steven. Cleveland's running game is top 3. Cleveland is the 4th in the league in time of possession." Look, I also think that I don't know. I think it's going to be different. Miami can go down and score in 2 minutes. If it takes 10 minutes or 8 minutes for Cleveland to score, and to me, that doesn't matter because
Steven,
personally, I just don't see them scoring as many touchdowns as us.
I agree. Miami against Chicago scored 21 points on 13 plays.
We did?
Yes.
Yeah, all day. I'm not worried. I don't care about things like time of possession with this offense. It does not matter. I don't believe it matters. Other people might think, but I don't think it is. Color commentary says, "But do we want to score in 2 minutes? You don't think that harms the defense?" Steven, the Cleveland defense is not the Bears defense. I think it sounds like a lot of fans are nervous about this weekend, Cameron. That's very interesting.
I think our defense gives us pause to be nervous every week. And that's the reality of it. Our defense is, I think, 28th in scoring, defense. It's not good.
No, it's not.
But my point earlier is I think they shore up the defense against Brissett this week. I think they play better. I'm hoping for more so than I can honestly think they will. I'm hoping for it.
What do we got going on at the tailgate this weekend, man?
Man, we're making double smash brisket burgers as you requested. We've got barbecue chicken sandwiches. We've got smoked sausages, onions and peppers. We've got, DJ Breezy to Fly. We've got the podcast. We've got Chef Jew getting married. We got a lot of things going on.
I know it's going to be a crazy weekend. I fly down Saturday night. Jason Sarney's going to show up for a little bit. Batman will be in the building. I heard color commentary is going to be in the building with us.
Nick from Tail Greeter is going to be here.
Nick from Tail Greeter's coming?
He told me that's his plan.
Man, that Nick fella, let me tell you.
Let me tell you. We hung out the whole game in Chicago. It was awesome.
I'm excited. Well, I'm gonna have to text him and be like, I heard from a little birdie that you might be coming this weekend. I'm gonna have to text him because I've been trying to get
Life is coming.
Who?
Cap for Life said he's coming to the game.
Yo, I'm going Sunday, bro. Cameron, I want a smash burger, bro. Cap for Life, East 32, baby.
Directly underneath the East 22 orange sign on the east side of the stadium. Row 209, where it's at. East 12, shout out. Meta Life fans, shout out. Tail Greeter, shout out. Man, we got it going on in East 32 and row 209.
Oh yeah, man. It will definitely be a lot of fun. I'm excited about it. All right, man. I'll let you go, man. I'll let you do your thing.
I can jump back on if you need me, man. I'm just gonna be on the road.
We're gonna be on the road, dude. How's you're good there? I know you said earlier that you were, but I know
it's sunshiny and beautiful out. But I am headed to Orlando. In fact, where I'm headed, the eye of the storm went right over where I'm headed at about 4 a.m., 5 a.m. this morning. But it's moving quickly. It's drying out up there. What sucks about this storm, it's so expansive. It's somewhere like 450 miles from north to south, and those outer bands are starting to hit the Fort Myers area and the coastline that got hit with Hurricane Ian just a month ago. And those folks don't need any more weather or rain issues down there. So we're praying for them, our brothers and sisters out there, Dolph Freaky and Finn Sticky and everybody else who,
Dolph Freaky's coming on the show tomorrow morning. Right
on. Gorilla Luke is out there doing good things. So shout out to them. Yeah, man, this storm was heavy and it involved a lot more beach erosion and flooding along the coastline. That's where the issues are. But we're good. We're good, man.
Hey, man, just stay safe. Be good. I love you. I miss you. I'll see you on Saturday night, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Right on, brother. Take care.
All right, man. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. It is #AskStephenD. #AskStephenD. Question time. I want to get your questions in right now. I want to hear whatever you want to ask. I want to answer. So put your questions in. I want to answer them. It's #AskStephenD. I got some special guests coming on a little bit later. I got CB83, I think, is going to come through in a little bit. I'm trying to get Jason Sarney on for a little bit. Jason might come on for a few minutes a little bit later on. So until I figure out those times, and I know some of them are going to happen soon, we're going to do #AskStephenD. So go ahead and put your questions in using the #AskStephenD, and I will answer your questions right now. I am excited about this weekend's game. It will be a lot of fun. The tailgate's going to be crazy, as our man Cam just said. This should be fun. What was trying to make it down to a game this weekend, but stuff is against me. What section should I try to get a seat in? Dude, what section should you get a seat in? 129, as close to the first 5 rows as you can get. That's the deep end, baby. All day. That'll be a lot of fun. That's going to be good. Steven, have you lost faith in the Miami Heat? I have not lost faith in the Miami Heat. I honestly have not watched a lot of basketball this past week. I've honestly been spending a lot of time. Well, I've been trying to spend a lot of time with my family. Was crazy with everything that's been going on, with just traveling and everything. So that should be good. And so I was spending a lot of time with the family. I didn't watch a lot of NBA this week, because I watched a lot of football on Sunday and just wanted to spend time with the fam. So that's what I did this week. Pretty much. What else y'all got? Come on, man. Get the questions to come in. #StephenD. Put the questions in the chat. I want to answer your questions. I will answer anything. It could be about life. It could be about basketball. It could be about football. It could be about baseball. It could be about the sun. It could be about bald heads. Whatever y'all want to see. Whatever. Steven, I have to be honest with you. The Miami Heat are not good right now. Look, they're number 12. They're 4-7. They started out a little hot, not as hot as obviously Milwaukee, who's 10-1. I don't know. I said this at earlier in the year before the season took off, that I thought the Miami Heat did make enough offseason moves to stay as competitive with the rest of the East. So I hear you. I worried about them not making enough moves, but I do think there are some teams out there that are really bad, and we're gonna have to see. #AskStephenD. Does that dome produce a gravitational field? It does. It does, man. It does. I like it, man. I haven't had a bald head in probably a year, so I like having it again. It definitely is my look. I think it's a good look, personally. I think I look really good with it. So you will be catching me with a bald head from now on. It's a lot of work though to keep up with the bald head. That's the only problem. Jim Irsay should have hired Chris Forrester. They could have partied together. You're too much, T. Christopher Carter. Permanent Miker G said, yes, you need some sun on that dome, Steven. Yes, you know, you're not wrong about that, buddy. You are not wrong about that. All right, Jason Sarney, I think, is going to come on and hang out with us. So that should be good. I'm getting Jason on right now. What other questions you got? While I wait for Jason to come on, we'll talk a little action this morning since he's not coming on this evening or probably tomorrow. Steven, you think Mike is trying to save Tua by not giving Skylar any reps in the offseason? You think Mike is trying to save Tua? What do you mean? Do I think you think Mike is trying to save Tua by not giving Skylar any reps in the offseason? I don't quite understand that question, Kenna, but what I will say is I don't think Mike's trying to do anything except support his MVP caliber quarterback right now. And that's his main and sole focus. That's it. Steven, if you were an NFL owner, who would you hire as your head coach? Mike McDaniel. All day. McGenius. Man, I would probably say if I was starting an NFL franchise today, it would probably be it would depend on who I could have as my first overall pick. But I would love to have a McDaniel type offensive minded coach. But I think defense is smart too. McDaniel would definitely be my offensive coordinator, and Brian Flores would definitely be my defensive coordinator. And then as far as head coach is concerned, maybe Harbaugh, because he just knows how to work with people and all sorts of different types. So I don't know. That would probably be my answer. Let's see here. Hey, Stephen D, why are you trying to look like me? I don't know what you look like, Party Keg 69. Let's see here. What else we got? I'd hire McDaniel, but I'd give him a watch. He needs one for time management. Jose Valdez, your question's never going on. I do love you, Jose. Your trip. What else we got? I think Indy is lining up to be the team that lures John Harbaugh. Very possible. John Harbaugh obviously was the former quarterback there. He has a relationship with Jim Irsay. I think you're not far off on that Dolphin, Don. I could totally see Jim Harbaugh doing that. But with that being said, Jeff Saturday is going to get his chance to do whatever he wants to do there. But if it doesn't work out, which I don't think it will, I do think that is the backup thing or what his next intention will be. Stephen D, drums or flats? Drums all day. Drums. I'm not a flats guy. My wife likes the flats. I like the drums. I eat the drums. She eats the flats all day. Ranch or blue cheese? Ranch. Hate blue cheese. Ranch all day. All day. Chef Chu says subscribe, like, share, and donate to the channel. Help the channel grow. Yes, help the channel grow, y'all. We can't grow without your help. We are less than 250 people away from 10,000 subscribers. I need your help with that. I need your help. So go ahead and do that today, right now, this second. Share the link. Share it now. Share it now. Make sure y'all do that. Then I'm not donating. Well, the question is, how much are you going to donate for me to answer that question? If you donate a high dollar amount with that question, I will answer it, Jose. I can be bought. All right, let's see here. Mr. Potato Head Cat Blocker this morning show. You're not wrong, Andres. Mr. Potato Head, I like that. Stephen D, Pepsi or Coke? Can y'all really tell the difference between the two? Like, let's be honest. Can you really tell the difference? I'm probably going to go Pepsi, though. I mean, Coke. I'm going to go Coke. Final answer, Coke. Let's see here. by the offense not looking as good without Tua. I mean, Tua's the guy. Like, I don't understand your question. Like, I don't get that question, Kenna. Try to rephrase the question for me, and I will try to answer that. I don't understand the question. I'm just being perfectly honest with you. Tua or Marino? Roach, I see what you're doing here, buddy. Tua. I love me some Tua. I love Dan Marino. What are you doing trying to get me to answer that question? People are going to kill me. Tua's the guy right now. I'm backing up my man right now. Steven, what fast food place has the best French fries? McDonald's. All day, bro. McDonald's. My favorite sandwich is a hot dog. It's not a sandwich. We've been over this, T. Christopher Carter. A sandwich is an American taco. That is what we're going with. Let's see here. Pepsi's flatter and sweeter. Steven, soda or pop? I call it a soda. I don't call it a pop. What? Of course you can tell the difference. Let's see here. Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way will be our Super Bowl anthem when we win. Well, I'm an NSYNC guy. So if it was NSYNC or Backstreet Boys, it'd be NSYNC all day. William Perry, that's a trick question, Stephen. Pepsi in the North is different in the South. Is that true? Is that a fact, William? Do you know that to be factual? Thank you for the $5 donation. Appreciate it. Let's see here. You think Mike is saving Tua by not giving Skylar reps in the offseason, so this offense wouldn't look as good without Tua? I'm still not quite understanding your question, but what I think you're saying is that by allowing Tua to get all the reps, of course nobody else is going to look as good. I think that's what you're saying. If that is what you're saying, Kenna, what I will tell you is that Mike McDaniel was giving him all the reps because he was the starter. Now, other people got reps. I don't think they got any less reps than any second or third string got in the NFL for the most part, if they have a starting quarterback. And by the way, it also shows that Mike McDaniel was right, because look how potent and great this offense is now without him. Let's see here. Shake Money says a hot dog is a sandwich, and there is such thing as a 30 burger. We don't live by your definition, Stephen D. Look, a hot dog is not a sandwich. I'm not going to tell you guys again, okay? As a matter of fact, Jason, can you explain to these people that a hot dog is not a sandwich?
Hot dog is a hot dog.
Thank you. It's an American taco is what we've come up with.
I'll give it that before a sandwich.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Hot dog is a sandwich. Not a sandwich. Hot dog
It's
is
not a sandwich. It's not a sandwich.
Hot dog is a hot dog.
This is like one of the biggest questions on this, like back and forth on the show.
Oof. I don't know if we can get more controversial than pineapple on pizza, but we might have just went there. No, it's a no-go.
No, yes, it is. Jason, pineapple is amazing on pizza. Pineapple is amazing on pizza, bro.
I've spent my adolescence working in numerous pizza shops. Never have I sliced a pineapple. Ever.
Let's get something straight, Jason. Pineapple is amazing. And you can't have a Hawaiian pizza without pineapple. What do you think the people in Hawaii are talking about? What do you think all those people that are related? Pineapple on pizza is one of the greatest things in life. Because pizza is amazing.
I have to rethink this whole
pineapple to it.
thing.
It makes it even better.
I have to rethink this whole friendship relationship we have.
You don't like. You know what's funny? Alex Dono of Locked On Hurricanes. Shout out to Alex. That was the very first thing me and him ever argued about. Pineapple.
So he's with me.
He doesn't think it belongs, and I'm like,
dude,
bro, you're
we're
wrong.
very like-minded, Dono and I.
You and Dono, You people. I love it. I
What
love
do you
it.
mean, you people?
What
Come
do you
on.
mean, you people?
Another
All
tropical
right, man.
thunder.
Well, first of all, good morning. Thank you for coming out and hanging out with us this morning.
Good morning,
You're-
sir. I always appreciate it.
You're flying down tonight?
Yes.
why
Tracking
you're
the
not doing
weather.
Is your flight delayed at the moment?
No, but the airport that I'm flying into was closed yesterday. Hopefully everything is moving, and hopefully everybody's safe
flying
down
to
there.
West
First and
Palm,
foremost. Yeah. Hopefully everybody's okay down there. But
Cameron was just on a little bit ago, and he says everything seems to be good for the most part. So
fingers crossed. But I think hopefully I'll touch down tonight.
So Thursday night football is not going to be tonight, just so everybody knows. But Notice is going to start at 7. So Notice will do 2 hours tonight, which I'm pretty excited about. So that should be good. It should be a lot of fun. But so you're coming down. You're covering the game. You're going to be at the tailgate, hopefully for the first 30 minutes.
Absolutely, wouldn't miss that.
Okay, so 10 a.m. 10 to 10:25, I think I'll have you for the
Works for
pregame
me.
show. And then you got to get out of there because you got to go into the stadium and start covering the game. What are you looking forward to most this weekend?
Ooh, that's a great question. Like I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. You know, being an out-of-towner as yourself, you know, every time we, you know, not to speak for you, but I'm sure every time that people like us get a chance to go down there and see everybody again, it's almost like you never left. I never left. So it really is kind of the home away from home. So the short answer is that I really can't wait to see everyone in the community. What I'm looking forward to selfishly the most is I would love to see a game that's front to back domination, frankly. I mean, literally.
I think a lot of people would.
I think that's the fun thing about this year, Steven, is that, you know what, 6-3. Yeah, definitely some controversial situations happening and ways to win games that people have still been, I guess, upset with the overall performance. They've yet to play a perfect game. They've yet to be complete. So I think this could be the game.
I hope it's going to be the game, man. I'm really excited about it. So for those of you who don't know, East 32 Dolphins tailgate this weekend. You can go to tailgreeter.com, download the app. Pre-game show is from 10 a.m. to noon. For the first 20 minutes, it'll be me and Jason Sarney. And then after that, for the following 20 minutes, because I got to go do Chef Shu's wedding, it's going to be Color and Batman hosting. And then I will hopefully have a camera up on somebody's phone to go towards road 209 down to East 12 to help officiate Chef Shu's wedding, which I'm pretty excited about. So that's going to be good. And then I'll come back after the wedding and we'll wrap up this. We'll do another hour and a half, plus of the show, which will be fun. All right, let's see here. Is ice cream a sandwich? Well, it doesn't have bread, but it does have a cookie sometimes between it. No, it's not. It's not a sandwich. Hot dogs are tacos. Are tacos. I agree. What do you think's better, Pepsi or Coke? People were asking me. I'm just taking questions from people this morning.
I like Pepsi. I don't dislike Coke, but I lean Pepsi.
Yeah, well, I said Coke. Steven, have you ever had an experience of getting a hurricane in Baltimore? We have, so the hardest hurricane I grew up in North Carolina. And so we had, I forget if it was hurricane, I forget the name of the hurricane, but I don't know. I was probably 12 or 13 years old, and it was a Category 2 when it hit North Carolina. And a Category 2 hitting North Carolina is it's like a Category 3 or 4 hitting Florida. Like, it's bad. So everything got knocked out. Like, I'm about an hour and a half inlet from the Outer Banks where I grew up, right below Suffolk, Virginia. And we, Great Dismal Swamp is right there for those of you who know what that is. But anyways, big deal. Trees down everywhere, the entire county. We were out of power for 2 weeks, essentially. and we had the National Guard come in for 3 weeks. Our high school and our local community center were like hot zones for like the National Guard and it was a big deal. It was a big deal. So that was a big one. That was a huge one. And that was rough, like being without power for like 2 weeks. And that was big. And that was probably when I was 11, 12 or 13, something like that. So that was, yeah. But in Baltimore, no, nothing major in Baltimore. Nothing major in tomorrow. Wakanda tomorrow, baby. Wakanda opens up today. The movie starts out today. So I'm excited. I want to go see that. Maybe I might go see it tonight. I don't know.
Dude, you should. If I wasn't flying down, I'd probably get to that like 10 o'clock show or something like that. That movie looks sick.
I want to go. Party Kick says a hot dog is an American taco, but a taco is a Mexican sandwich. So therefore, a hot dog is a sandwich.
Funny side logic. I can't buy it though.
Hot dog is a sub, so technically a sandwich, right? No, Manny. Hot dogs, we're going around in circles. The only way a hot dog is a taco is if it's in a corn shell or a corn tortilla. No, that's not true either. Just came in time to witness kind of sucking Skylar Thompson off. Nice. Dravius. Let's see here. What else? Your opinion on a hot dog is as irrelevant as your swear jar list. Okay, Roach.
Oof.
How about cereal? Is cereal a soup?
Oh no.
Are we just saying any random thing now, Caesar? Huh?
These food
pineapple on
takes,
pizza is disgusting. No, it's not. I'm just going through the chat. We're just chilling this morning. Steven, I'm keeping receipts. Cap for Life, Pete, Miss Fins, TD, Estfin, Main Tua haters. There's no room on the wagon for you. Roberto, they're going to get you. Don't keep receipts. Those people, yeah. Don't do it, Hilberto.
Are there people really still negative, like really, really over negative about Tua?
I don't think they are, but that's just me.
At this point, you got to be really stupid to be on the, the negative Tua train here.
I don't know how you can be negative on Tua. I don't think the people he named are negative on Tua.
No, I'm saying like national media, like your Colin Cowherds,
Oh, yeah.
I just don't understand it.
I don't think that they are. I agree with Stephen D all day on pizza. Thank you, Bobby Wright. That's why I love you, man. Fried bologna sandwich with mustard and mayo on a paper plate go a long way. Let's see here. Even when Stephen D is right, I'm sure he's still wrong. That's not true. I'm always right.
I'll be having a Cuban pork sandwich this weekend. That's what I'm looking forward to down in Miami. I love the food down there.
Well, Saturday night, man, I don't know, but we should do something. I'm seeing who can get together Saturday night, but I'm gonna be Allie, aka Dolph Freaky, her husband Jared, and a few other people getting this Airbnb for Saturday night. So I'll be there Saturday night. But I'm sure that we're all like planning to do something and go out. So I just want to know like what's the deal. So I'm supposed to talk with Allie today about that. So we'll see what happens. It should be fun though. Let's see here. What else? What else? Snow cones are the best ice cream. A hot dog is a daggone sandwich. Screw you. I hate all you. You all hate going by literal definitions. It is not. So North Carolina, probably Floyd. It might have been Floyd. That sounds right. It sounds right. Floyd sounds correct. Stephen D can cite no sources supporting his hot dog argument. I don't need a source. I am a source. I am my own source. Hot dog is not a sandwich. I can't believe we have spent 20 minutes talking about is a hot dog a sandwich this morning. And pineapple goes on pizza, yet Steven is still wrong. No, I'm right on that one. Andrevius. We're together. Yes, there are those people. Sorry. Cuban sandwich, pork sandwich. I thought you were talking. All right, what else?
The Cuban sandwich is
the
one of my
U.S.
tops.
Department of Agriculture, the USDA, describes
my
the sandwich
God.
as a meat or poultry filling between two slices of bread, a bun, or a biscuit. By that definition, sure, a hot dog is a sandwich. A hot dog is not a sandwich. I don't care what the USDA says.
You're gonna believe everything the USDA says?
The government tells you, Flipside Fishing. We don't get political on my show, but you're gonna believe everything the government tells you. Come on. Now we all know that's a lie.
No.
Lies, just lies.
Hot dog gate.
Hot dog gates.
Enough. Oh.
I you know what, Andrevius, I will get. So yes, Trucker Sean, I think paid. Where's Andrevius on the thing here? Andrevius, you have had your wrench renewed. Andrevius is a moderator for a month. And I need to give Rashad his. Rashad, you are a moderator for a month. There you go.
I might be in the minority with this pineapple on pizza. I might be in the minority with pineapple on pizza here. A lot of people are defending it. Wow, I'm impressed.
All right, let's see here. National media is with Tua it's the YouTubers who has to see it versus every team in the league. I don't know what that is. I might piss off his YouTube friends. You guys are too much. I'm just going through like reading the Stephen D. If a hot dog is a sandwich, how come the bread is different? It's called a bun, not a slice. Hello. I can't. I just can't with you people.
It's like, if you're going to go to the game Sunday and you want to get yourself a couple of hot dogs, are you going to say, can I have 2 hot dog sandwiches and a large Coke or a large beer? No, you're going to say 2 dogs and a beer.
I have 2 hot dogs.
Two dogs and a beer. I mean, literally every time I go to a game and I order, that's like literally the vernacular, 2 dogs and a beer.
But if I want a chicken sandwich, or
you'll say chicken sandwich.
Yep.
So if you ask anybody at the counter, if you're one of those people that don't like to look up at the menu, if you don't look at the menu and you literally ask, what kind of sandwiches do you have? They're not going to list hot dog. That's my experiment. 2-way experiment for everyone out there. You ask for what kind of sandwiches they have at the booth.
U.S. government may push propaganda, but you push Pete's take, so I'll go with the USDA.
I've never trusted the USDA, and I'm not going to start now.
So. Oh my God, Andrevius, that might be the comment of the day. That was great, awesome. Oh
wow, Manny B throwing a wrench in here. That's a good comment. If hot dogs go on buns, then it's a burger.
It's not.
I know, but
Manny, pineapple goes on pizza accompanied by salty meat only. If you order a cheese and pineapple pizza, then you probably deserve to be locked up. Y'all are clever, dude. No way. William Perry just became a new member. Welcome to the family, William. Excited that you're here, brother.
I don't think Josh Allen is playing Kryptonian. I think they announced that. I think he's out this week.
He's out.
I think. You know what? Honestly, I might be guilty of a blue check mark wave.
Oh, dude, it's screwing me over. These blue check marks now on Twitter. I don't know who to believe anymore.
I won't do it. I'm not paying for it.
I don't know who to believe anymore.
I won't do it.
6-inch or foot long. $5. $5 foot longs. All day.
You get the foot long, and if you don't want to go the full way, you throw it in the fridge and you have some leftovers for another time. Always go with the foot long. Bang for your buck.
Jim B, who else eats the gel off the Spam? Gross and no. Not happening. Not happening. Matter of fact, I don't know the last time I ate Spam though either. I have eaten Spam, just not in a very, 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 very long time.
There are some killer comments out there right now.
Dude, do you know who else liked pineapple on their pizza, Steven? Jeffrey Dahmer.
Are we sure that was pineapple?
Could have been the jelly off of Spam.
Oh man. Oh man.
Oh my goodness. Oh, y'all
God.
we're on some other stuff this morning.
Elon Musk will save the world. Elon Musk bet that millions of people would be stupid enough to get $8 out of their bank account just to joke around. No, I mean literally, he literally bet on stupidity, and he is winning.
Man, hold on. CB83 is going to come up and hang out with us for a minute too.
Oh, sweet.
We're just chilling today. Literally, that's all we're doing today. We're just chilling on Thursday. Because it sounds like some of y'all are in a hurricane. Because it's funny. I asked Nicky Smokes to come on, and he's like, "I'm in a tropical storm right now."
I don't mean to laugh, but I'm like imagining Nicky.
Look here, Nicky. You live in Florida. Tropical storms are nothing to you, cuz. What's a tropical storm to you, cuz? Now, if you had said a hurricane, I might have been on to something. You might have had an excuse. But tropical storms are just like rain showers to y'all in Florida. Nothing. Dahmer ordered a cheese and pineapple pizza. We don't know. It doesn't matter.
We got to get off Dahmer.
Never even lost power last night. I live in Orlando where Smokes is at, and we're good. He's being a baby. Should I text him back and be like, we're trashing you about your answer?
And then maybe while you're at it, you could ask him his take on pineapple on pizza. Just to throw another hook in this. Tropical storm equals regular storm.
Okay. Thank you for your horrible excuse. Question, though, why we're trashing you on the show this morning for that take that you can't come on. ... Does pineapple belong on pizza? He's going to be like, what are you talking about?
I can't imagine him being a pineapple on pizza guy. I don't know.
Smokes is probably pineapple on pizza.
Ooh, Jay Fiedler or Chad Pennington. That's a heck of a question.
Fiedler. See, I said his name right, Andrevius. Fiedler.
Oh, I'll tell you this. Don't say Fielder around him. He don't like that.
Jay Fiedler.
Fiedler.
I'm going to go with Chad Pennington.
I'm going to go with, listen, they're very different. Very, very different. In terms of arm skill, not power, skill. Accuracy, it's Pennington. Headiness, they're both very, very cerebral kind of guys. Grittiness, it's Fiedler. But I feel like Pennington is number one in completion percentage in Dolphins history. Number two in all-time career quarterback passer rating. Number one is Tua Tagovailoa, who just surpassed him.
Stephen D., what is your most embarrassing moment as a kid or an adult?
Okay.
I'll tell you my most embarrassing moment. So, he goes LMAO. He says, I live in Orlando, not peep the storms. What? And not peep the storms? I don't know, whatever that means. And he goes, no, it doesn't belong, but also doesn't taste bad. That was like a halfway answer. It doesn't belong on pizza, but it doesn't taste bad. So you gave us no answer. Nicky, I'm disappointed in you. Not only are you not coming on because you are in a tropical storm, you're giving me a halfway answer on this pizza thing.
He didn't go all, he's got to pick a lane, man.
He didn't. Don't worry. Don't worry, Nicky. Just come out. Pick a side. All right.
I want to throw.
I will answer the question. The answer to the question. Answer to the question. Okay, so my dad. So when I was in broadcasting school, right after high school, I went to broadcasting school in Maryland, in Baltimore, and so I was living on my own. My parents set me up with this place And the deal was, my dad made a deal with the owner of this. It was like a townhouse, right? And made a deal with the person who owned the townhouse that if you cut X number of dollars off, we'll fix it up as well. Why every other weekend I'll come in and we'll fix up the place. My dad said, right? So are you there, Jason? Okay, because I couldn't hear you. Okay,
I'm here.
All right. So, anyways, my dad would come on the weekends. This is right after high school. I'm 19. Okay, and my dad is a military guy, likes to drink. Okay, so I was drinking already at this time, and my dad one weekend brought over moonshine. Okay, legit moonshine in a water jug. Okay, and I grew up in North Carolina and I grew up on the Eastern Shore of Maryland. Like, those are the two places I lived. So like, I knew what moonshine was, but I'd never had it. But I'd seen like, I've even seen it being made. Okay. So my dad's like, all right, so I got this moonshine in this jug. And I was like, okay. He's like, that's what we'd work on the place and then we would drink at night and we would order food and we'd watch football, so on and so forth. So I had a big bed and I had the bedroom. So we start drinking. I wake up the next morning and I go, my dad's sleeping on the couch. I'm sleeping in my bed. And I stand up and I go out to the living room and I said, Dad, did you throw water on my bed last night? He goes, what are you talking about? I said, my bed is like wet, like just wet everywhere. He's like, no, Steve, you pissed yourself. So that's the one and only time I've ever really had moonshine. I don't remember a thing. And I definitely pissed the bed. Like, so yeah, that's probably my most embarrassing moment as a kid. And my dad to this day, like, when he's like, Steven, do you want to go get some moonshine? Like, just jokingly. I'm like, thank you. Already have that, worn that t-shirt. Appreciate it, Pops. Don't need it no more. Okay. So yeah, that's my embarrassing moment as an adult. I don't mind saying that because it was moonshine. Okay. What was I supposed to do? All right. What else? Take yourself off mute so I can hear you laughing, dude.
I have a horrible laugh when I'm laughing like heavy, so I put it on mute. This is some funny story.
Said pineapple doesn't belong on pizza, and he's Hawaiian. The only time I wanted to turn on QB1.
I've never had more admiration for QB1.
Till Dog with his $5 donation. He says, so now you're telling me that we got guys so beta that pineapple on pizza bothers them? Taking off the thongs, fellas.
It doesn't like bother me. I just questioned it. To me, it just doesn't. I guess maybe it does bother me. Yeah, it does. It bothers me. It does bother me. I had 5 years working in pizzerias. I have never, ever, ever seen pineapple. Never bought it, never sliced it, never put it on, never got an order. So, yeah, I guess it bothers me, folks, and I'm very sorry. It bothers me.
Well, let's see. What else we got here? Why are you out here actively trying to destroy the good name of pizza?
I would never do that. I would never destroy the good name of pizza. Pizza is a holy relic.
Let's bring on Miami Sports Music Podcast Network personality, my brother from another mother, Mr. CB83. Finstake, what's up, man?
Yo, what is up this Thursday morning? What's going on, man? How you doing?
What's going on, man? All right, first and foremost,
Jason, what's good?
Good morning, CB. How you doing, my man?
Good.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Whatever floats your
right answer here.
Here we go. Whatever floats your boat. I'm not a pineapple pizza guy.
You're just like Nicky Smokes. You're taking the middle. You gotta play one side or the other, guy.
Whatever. Hey, whatever floats your boat, bro.
Are you pineapple on pizza or are you not pineapple on pizza?
Honestly, I'm not a pineapple on pizza guy. That's not my thing. Pineapple belongs on like desserts. Like, it's a fruit, bro. It's a fruit. So you don't put fruit on pizza, man.
Salty?
I understand. Look, tomato is a fruit. I understand. But tomato is one of those things. It's one of those.
Tomato is a vegetable.
Tomato is a fruit.
It's
if
a
you
fruit
really
and a vegetable. It is both.
It's,
It is the
it
only
is
fruit
not.
that is both.
It is actually a
both.
fruit.
It's under fruit and vegetable.
It's not. You can't be under both.
I
Baby.
wish my kid was here because we had a whole conversation about this a few weeks ago. My kid,
it's a fruit. So I understand. Look,
it's a vegetable.
but what other fruits go on a pizza though?
Pineapple.
What other ones though? Are there any others?
Pineapple.
Is there any others?
It doesn't matter.
You don't put peaches. You don't put, fruit doesn't belong on pizza.
Be delicious.
I mean, I'm cool with it though. Whatever floats your boat. I mean, it is what it is. I can't, discriminate.
So
I don't discriminate.
I would love to have peaches on a man. That would be delicious.
You're not doing it though. You want to do it? Peaches on a pizza?
I would do it. Don't,
Jason, you do it?
I would do it.
Pineapple on pizza is a no-go. But in terms of the tomato
don't
of it,
me with a good time.
I don't want to hedge on this one, but there is definition here. Tomato could be a botanical fruit, but a culinary vegetable. It's very, very versatile. It's a very versatile.
So the tomato is versatile. It's got.
So the tomato is almost like your Tyreek Hill. Very versatile.
Okay.
I mean, so really
do a little bit of everything.
Anything you need a tomato to do, he'll do.
Okay, all right, I respect that. I mean, I'm not a big pineapple on pizza guy, but I mean, I rock with people who do. I'm not. All
right, so here's the next question.
Not choosing. Hey, when y'all talking Dolphins? When are you guys talking Dolphins today? What is going on?
Is a hot dog a sandwich? CB83.
Here we go.
No, see, a hot dog is in a definitive category.
Thank
right?
you.
It's in a category all of its own.
Thank you.
It's honestly,
you've
honestly
yourself.
meat in the tube form, no homo, is a beautiful thing. So I rock with it. I rock with the glizzies.
Here, a hot dog is not a sandwich. I appreciate that.
I rock with it. I'm a big hot dog fan, man. No homo. I'm a big hot dog fan. You got to put no homo behind saying it. Like you can't keep saying.
You don't. I love hot dogs.
You got to keep saying no homo after that. You got to.
And I'm not saying buns because then people are going to bring up the USDA. According to USDA, a sandwich is a piece of meat between slices of bread and a bun or a bun.
Hey, throw the Wolfpack emojis in the chat. I'm here. Throw the Wolfpack emojis in the chat. Let's go, man. Let's go. Crank it up, man.
So it sounds like people are coming after you. Why?
I'm public enemy number one
ever.
I know. I'm public enemy number one in the Wolfpack community, man. They don't like me, man.
What? Because you tell the truth?
Exactly. That's it, Steven. I mean, it may come off a little brash at times, but damn, I mean, it is what it is.
You're a basketball fan, Jason. Close your eyes. Listen to Jason. Listen to CB83. Talk. Say something again.
The Wolfpack emoji is going crazy in the chat right now.
Oh my God!
They're going crazy.
What does he sound like?
Jalen Rose.
No. Come
man,
on.
Start with
bro.
the Draymond. Start with the Draymond stuff. Start with the Draymond.
Draymond. I need you to go listen to Draymond today, and then turn on a CB83 episode. And I'm telling you right now, you would not know the difference.
Draymond sounds like me, bro.
He sounds
like me.
Say something about Steph.
Man, Steph's a good player, man. He could shoot it. He runs around the court like a chicken with his head cut off behind a 3-point line, and
you can throw
shoots
it from anywhere.
Throw it up from anywhere.
Okay, all right. Now I can see it.
He can shoot the three.
I can hear it.
All right.
Okay.
All right, man. So I got the fellas up here. We're chilling.
Hey, the Wolfpack emoji's going crazy. I love it, bro.
Explain to me how this came to be, the Wolfpack thing, because I want to know. I don't know what started it. It didn't start on my network. It started on yours. It started somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it just kind of it was catchy, man, and I just kind of started calling them that. The president is Lewis. Lewis is the president
of the Wolfpack.
Yeah, okay. Von Joe's the vice president.
Von Joe's the vice president. He's got a whole cabinet for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, have a cabinet.
And what qualifies you to become part of the Wolfpack?
You have to be a Tua hater, and you have to be a Brian Flores apologist. Okay. So those are the two requirements.
Those are the two requirements.
You gotta be those two. Like you gotta.
It started
be
with CB83 dividing people. Are you dividing people, CB83?
No, it's not dividing, man. It's just putting people in the buckets. It's cool to be in a bucket.
That is the definition of dividing people.
You're putting people in the small buckets, man. Small little buckets that they belong into. It's a beautiful thing.
You're taking them and you're going, all right, you go here, you go here.
Yeah. You're this type of fan. You're that type of fan. Hey, you guys put me in a bucket. You put me in a a sexual bucket.
Some people might call that gatekeeping, CB83.
Oh, it's not gatekeeping because it doesn't affect how I run my channel. Like I allow everybody to have a voice.
Okay.
Whether it's Wolfpack, everybody in their buckets can have their respective,
But that doesn't mean that you're not a part of that group. But you can feel free to talk and say what you want.
Yeah. You can say whatever you want to say. I'm cool with it. I rock with it.
I wouldn't do it like that, but I'm not mad that you do it like that.
But they've embraced it. I mean, I think it's a beautiful thing.
Oh, you're saying that Lewis is embraced being part of this.
Exactly. He's embraced it. He's working on a t-shirt for the Wolfpack. It's coming out soon. You guys keep a lookout for it. Keep a lookout for the Wolfpack t-shirt. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah, they weren't dividing people with that corny two and ear crap. Yeah, sure. CB83 started the division and gatekeeping. Checks out. You're right.
That's it, man. Andrevius has the idea of what's going on in the community. Crypto calls it gaslighting, right? That's what Crypto calls it.
That's Crypto's favorite word. You're gaslighting me. I lie to you not. I'm in a church group last night, and we're talking. We're having open chair.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, what is gaslighting? An older guy was like, what is gaslighting? So we all had to explain it. And then I had to use my channel and use Crypto. I'm like, there's this guy on my channel. He's awesome.
Crypto made it to the church convo.
I was like, he uses this term all the time about Dolphins fans.
That is funny, yo. That's hilarious.
Roach says gaslighting was CB83. See, there you go.
Yeah. I get it all the time. Roach doesn't like me. He has a little thing for me, man. It's okay though. I like it.
We love Roach. And
I mess with Roach too. He's cool.
You're just messing.
I kind of called him out on his trolling at one point, and he didn't like that. He didn't take that too well.
CB83 is definitely for what is it? He's with the what's the word? What's the term I want to use? You're about that life.
Yeah. I mean, and it's not to to cause any harm or anything. It's just like, hey, just call people what they are, and they should embrace it and rock with it. I like it. I mean, it is what it is. It's fun. It's all. It really is. It really is fun.
Andrevius said, "Crypto logic. If you disagree with me, you're gaslighting."
That's a lot of crypto. That's a lot.
That is the 100% crypto. All the California says all 2 of your subscribers will have a voice. I thought you had more than 2.
Oh, I got a couple.
I know.
Maybe 3 or 4.
Okay.
Look at Color. Color says he doesn't care enough about you to hate you, CB. Get over yourself. Who are these guys, man? These guys are hilarious.
I'm thinking this is everybody's messing around. So I hope that's all this is. But if it's not,
I don't know. The TFTG guys, they get their panties in a bunch a lot. So there's a lot of people.
You're starting,
bro. I mean,
drama, CB83.
What? It's all. It is what it is.
We're friends.
We gotta go there. We can't keep guys.
We love those guys.
We do. I like them. They're good guys, but they get their panties in a bunch sometimes. So you just gotta call it what it is.
Y'all. Stephen D. He's like, I'm not a part of this. Don't put me in.
Jason, crank it up, baby. It is what it is. Miami sports music in the building. This the fam, yo. Let's get it.
I'm here, but I'm in the corner.
I'm just listening. We're in the corner.
I just work here.
We're calling out. Hey, we calling out all the BS today. We calling out all the BS in the community.
See, I asked CB to 83 to come out. He's like, all right, I'm gonna come on.
All right, you told me to come on. I'm coming.
Bringing it all with me. I'm bringing the
smoke.
Backpack. I'm bringing the smoke. I'm putting it all in there.
Hey, it's gonna be some smoke in the city today, boy.
So speaking of that, let's segue to Finn's Browns, because I honestly, truly believe that they're going to wipe the floor with the Browns. I believe so.
Man, if this defense can't stop the run, boy, we in for a long day, Jason. I'm just telling you that right now. We got a couple guys at linebacker named Jerome Baker.
Nando.
Jerome in the house.
Jerome in the house.
Kudos to Jerome for doing a little restructure. You know?
Oh, yeah. That was big time. That was big time. He wasn't worth the money. He knew that. That helped us bring in certain guys. That was big time. And I respect him for that. That's a team guy. And those are guys you keep around. You just still got to put somebody inside of Jerome so he could get outside and play the outside. I just don't like him inside. He's not that type of guy.
Chubb needs to, I mean, look, it's good that he got his feet wet, you know, but now he needs to make a splash at home. And I think Stephen D, give me a sack and just, you know, pressures, and I will be thrilled. And Chubb,
one of the things that I thought in the beginning of this season, I mean, I said it a lot. I was like, man, the Dolphins pass rush is going to be amazing this year. And it just has not turned. That's not been the case. And I don't really understand why it hasn't been.
Well, Steven, our pass rush, right? So we've only gotten pressure typically when we blitz, right? Yeah. And that's been our thing. Like when we're sending heat, that's when we're really getting pressure. That's when we're getting the quarterback to the ground. Mm-hmm. We haven't had that ability to just send it like that. And when they do send it, it's kind of obvious. Like, you know, everybody's at the line of scrimmage. It can't be a thing where, you know, you do it once every 8 plays. The quarterback sees it. He's like, oh, they're blitzing. You know, they're never down close to the line of scrimmage. There's never safeties in the box unless they're blitzing. So it has to be something you could do constantly and consistently and disguise it in order for you to really get that pressure, because the quarterback's going to know. And the thing about defense and offense is if, you know, they can read your pre-snap, then, you know, you might as well not do it, right? Because they can make adjustments pre-snap that, you know, just help them out, and that help them make the plays. And I feel like if we had the type of secondary where, appreciate that, Shake. If we had the type of secondary right now where we could trust them like every down to make plays, we could send the blitz more often and we'd be able to get that pressure. But it's just, we're not able to do that. We have young guys back there. Our safeties are hurt.
Color said that would be on Boyer. And I feel like that's the easy. I'm not saying that that's not true. Like, I don't necessarily disagree with Color on that. Like, I feel but he's not on the field too. And we have not been getting as much pressure to the quarterback. Dude, we have Emmanuel Ogbah, Jalen Phillips, Melvin Ingram, now Bradley Chubb. I feel like there's no team that's more equipped to sack quarterbacks than us.
I don't
understand it.
Steven, it still becomes difficult though, because your linebackers have to play a part in that, right? When you think about the box and you think about we're sending guys, we're sending heat, we're sending pressure. You know, it's a numbers game in the box. So if we're sending 5, right? If we're sending 5 and they got 5 offensive linemen blocking us, I mean, one of those guys got to win. Now, Chubb is one of those guys who can win these one-on-one battles, but Phillips and Ogbah really aren't those type of guys. Usually, we got to send a blitz in there in order for them to get pressure, or somebody's coming scot-free in order to hit the quarterback, right? So I think the blitz has got to be more of a thing for us to really see the pressure. And that's what I do like about Jerome Baker. He's a good blitzer, but you got to send him. He's not a guy you're just going to sit back and have him play at the linebacker position 5 yards deep every play. You got to move him around a little bit, kind of like Micah Parsons has moved around. I feel like Boyer's just not letting him play a little bit. He needs to play a little bit freer. Like, he needs to be wildcatting a little bit, doing a little bit of spying on quarterbacks, blitzing at times. Let him play. Like, he's not a guy who's going to sit in that box and be effective.
Watching the game on Sunday against the Bears, I'm watching at a party, so I'm not paying as close to attention to the defense.
You're right. It's hard to watch.
It was, and I was doing 50 million things throughout the game. But watching the game or during the game, I'm like, man, why do they have a quarterback? What's the
Spy?
shadow? Spy.
Oh, so yeah, spy.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I don't know
yeah,
why
yeah.
I couldn't say spy. So why do they have a spy? Well, now I'm watching people's game film breakdown, Baldinger, all these people, all of every person's examples or plays that they were showing. Quarterback spy was there, every single one.
Right. So the quarterback spy is there, right? He's in the middle of the field. But it's still the responsibility of the defensive ends to kind of contain this guy in the box, right?
Correct.
Keep him in the pocket. So if they get out of position and can't keep him in the pocket, Jerome Baker isn't fast enough, or any of our linebackers aren't fast enough to just chase Justin Fields around the field and beat him to a spot and keep him, at the line of scrimmage. It's just not possible. Even look at the angles of a football field. It's like it's 50 yards wide. If you give a guy say, hey, you could go anywhere on the football field and the other linebackers got to chase you, he's going to have a hard time. That's just the way it is. So the defensive ends just did a poor job of containing. And I know Phillips, he played a decent game. He's just got to be better and more disciplined when it comes to containing, keeping his outside shoulder free and making sure that, hey, Justin Fields can't get outside of me. He can't get outside of me.
CB83 best film breakdown. I like Tua and Flores not part of the Wolf Pack. Noah's Ark all day, every day. Shout out to Shake Money.
Shake, let's go with you.
Thank
Shake's
you,
my guy, man. Appreciate you,
love
Shake.
Shake Money. You're never too good to read your chat, bro. I read your comment, man. I appreciate it. All right, so Jason, let me ask you a question, man, because a lot of the people that are up here on a regular basis on the panel, Von Joe, we know how Von Joe, shout out to Von Joe, feels about Landon Roberts. We know how some people feel about Jerome Baker and the contract that he has. Is he worth the contract that he has? Well, he's the leading tackler for this last 3 seasons on this team. But if we go look at his numbers with the rest of the NFL, he's in the bottom 5 of all 30 starting middle linebackers, right? So what do you think about the middle linebacking core? Why do you think that? I mean, do you think CB83 is on the money with his take on how we've just not executed correctly? What are your thoughts about it?
Definitely there's a mixture of that. I mean, you draft a guy like a Channing Tindall in the 3rd. I wonder where he is, because he is a middle linebacker who's got that, sideline to sideline speed. Baker's a good player. I think a lot of people give him a bum rap. Landon Roberts is a good player. They do need to improve overall in the middle. I'm not going to say that next year is not a time to address that, but, you have to execute. You have to do their jobs to help the rest of the defense go. And to get back to, the lack of blitzing, they're just not blitzing. They're not doing really anything that was similar to last year in the win streak. And I think that's a lot to do with the injuries to the secondary. But the middle linebacking core has been a weakness. And I just question why we haven't seen the rookie a lot. We've seen him. He didn't do a terrific job, I guess, on Fields, but, let him continue to be out there. He was only playing 2 snaps defensively prior to the Chicago game twice or something like that. So, yeah, it's an issue.
One of the things that I want to see more is, we saw a lot last year was zero blitzes. I don't think we've seen a lot of that this year. Is that because of all the injuries that have happened in our secondary?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I mean, we've seen it a couple times, and when we've seen it, it's gotten beat. I mean, the quarterback usually identifies it right away, and even that Hawkinson play on the corner route in Detroit was last week. I mean, it was a zero blitz. Holland's back there by himself covering Hawkinson, and he can't make the play, and somebody has to chase it down. So. I mean, it's happened. It's just we rarely get home, man. And that's, I mean, in order to be good at something, you got to do it often. And we don't do it often enough for us to be really good at it right now.
That's exactly right.
What do y'all think as far as the defensive concern of allowing these points to be scored in a game, right? Allowing players like Lamar Jackson to run all over us, Justin Fields, Josh Allen to have big games. And now we're sitting here, we're winning. We won all 3 of those games I just named, by the way. Can we win games in the playoffs? Can we win games against teams like the 49ers, the Buffalo Bills again? Can we win games against good teams with the defense currently constructed as is?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I think it's going to be difficult for us, especially if special teams is playing the way they're playing and we're not making kicks. So if we're making kicks, that's one thing, and we feel good about our kicker. But if we're just not, doing a good job of stopping guys, and then we're also concerned about our special teams, it's going to be difficult to keep up, man. And I mean, you literally got to be perfect on offense in order to keep up. If a team can just score at will, it's tough, and it's tough to do. It's tough to do. But I mean, we've done it so far, right? So we've done it in Chicago, we've done it in Detroit. But when you get to good teams who really can run the ball well and take the ball out of Tua's hands to keep the offense on the sideline, then like it's going to be a different story. So that's what we're looking at, and that's what we're up against right now. Hopefully the defense can find a way to step up and make some plays, man. You got to get off the field on third down. It's important. It's a must.
I'll do my best to be objective and not like all the way fan on this one. The defense absolutely has to improve. I mean, there's no question about it. And going into the winter, we're not there yet. But when you go into December on the road, this team was constructed or is constructed now to compete on the road against the Bills and the Chiefs. Convince me otherwise. That's what they need to do. Is they need a guy like a Jeff Wilson to help the offense move the chains, keep their defense off the field, continue their drives. They need a pass rush. What they don't have still is that guy to say, I got the rushing quarterback. I got Field. I got Allen. I was terrified of the Field situation going into the Chicago game. Did not think he was going to have that good of a game. But that was what I was worried about. 3rd and 8, 3rd and 12, Field picks up the first down. They cannot allow that to happen. Hypothetically, you're going into the Bills in the regular season, or even better or worse, a playoff game. You cannot allow a Josh Allen to pick up 12 yards and continue a drive where they score 7 and cut a 17-point lead into 10 going into half. You can't make those mistakes in the playoffs or games where you need to win a division, because I hate saying it, if the Bills mess up and the Dolphins can compete to hopefully maybe win the division and get a home playoff game, all bets are off. If they're traveling to a first-round playoff game, it's going to be a cold weather situation.
It's going to be up in the air. Looking. Yeah.
So it's very, very, very.
All right. Real quick, I got to take care of some business in the chat. Andrevius, you're losing your wrench again. I just can't.
What happened? Andrevius, my guy. What happened?
I love Andrevius. I do. But I asked him to stop timing out Pete. He keeps on timing out Pete for no reason.
Oh, come on, Dre. Don't do that. Dre, don't be a gatekeeper like the rest of these guys.
Andrevius is being a gatekeeper, and I asked him to stop it. And so,
hey, let the Wolf Pack do their thing in the chat. I'm cool with it. I see you in there. I see you in there, Wolfies.
And so,
I see you in there. I see you in there, Wolfies.
Yeah, defense has to fix. Defense has to fix
stuff on the show.
Defense has to fix things.
All right.
Bro, y'all going crazy in the chat.
I know they are.
They turned up as soon as I got in here. Man, see, I bring a little fire to the show, a little fire and desire, right?
I like that, fire and desire. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal that. Right. I got a couple more minutes, gents, and then I got to get into travel prep mode and get everything taken care of.
You heading out of town, right?
I'm heading down, man. I'm coming to the game. I can't wait.
Oh man, that's gonna be a blast, man. I'm actually I'm thinking about coming down, man. So
dude, you need to come down and help us do the tailgate with us.
Come on down.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna try to come down, man. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let me know, man.
Hey, it's gonna be beautiful to see all the Dolphin fans, all the community down there, man. It's big time, man. I love going down. It's fun.
Steven, did you get a chance to do the perfect little makeshift stadium that they built up? Have you gotten a chance to get in there yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't had time to do anything.
I got to get in there. I got to do that. I got to do that. I recommend that to anybody who's ever been to the stadium and not, you got to check that out. I heard some very good things about that. So that's one of the things I can't wait for.
All right. I'm sorry, my brain is lost because
Come on, man. What you doing, Steven? Let's go. We got a show to run, man. We don't care about these guys in the chat.
I tell people all the time, I'm like,
let the chat
world,
bro. Let the chat do their thing.
Well, look, I try, man. I try.
Let the chat do their thing, man. Hey, that's no man's land. You don't go in no man's land, man. You just let them be.
No, I mean,
I
want to make the chat a better place, and
there's trench warfare, Steven, and then there's trench warfare, and then there's no man's land. We don't go in no man's land. We don't do that, man. We don't go in there. We let them dudes handle that. Those are big boys. They can handle that.
Would Pete and Andrevius like to come on to the panel?
Man, bring those guys up, man. That's you talking about a smoke show.
Would y'all like to come on the panel and talk to each other?
Man, drop the link for him, man. Drop the link. Let's get it cracking, man. Bing, 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 bing. Let's go.
Gaslighting me. I'm not gaslighting you. I'm going to give you two an opportunity to work it out between each other.
Oh man, somebody said that's a bad idea.
Sean says I'm never coming on this bum ass panel again. Okay, Andrevius.
Come on, Andre.
Turning.
I know.
Wow.
No.
Come on, man. Let's go. Let's have some fun, man. It's all fun, guys. Don't take this stuff too serious. That's what I see a lot,
personal,
bro. And that's like, come on. This is entertaining. It's fun for us as Dolphin fans.
Y'all better not take this personal. Andre, you better not be taking it personal because you're my guy.
Negative Nancy's and chatty patties.
But you were drunk with power. You were drunk with power, and I had to remove it away from you because I need to let everybody know that they're equal here.
Hey, where is Pete at? Free Pete. Hashtag free Pete in the chat, man. Hey, free Pete. Pete's my guy. Hey, he actually makes bets and pays bets. I like Pete, man. I like Pete. Free Pete.
Andrevius says, no, F that. See,
free Pete, Dre, free Pete. Let them troll, man. That's what we need in the Dolphins community. We gotta have one or two trolls.
I'll give Trucker his $5 back for your little wrench. I ain't worried about that on Dravius. I'll give back his little $5 back for your rent. You abused your power.
Guys, we need trolls in the community. Come on, man. Come on, we need this.
I don't
like understand. You guys can't take this stuff too serious, man.
I'm trolling though too. Okay, all right. I want to
troll the trolls.
Troll the trolls. Have fun with it.
I ain't mad at you, Andrevius. I just stop timing them out. Stop timing them out.
Oh, let me get to Pamela's question, and then what question? Pamela said she got a question.
All right. Well, I need to scroll up and find her question. Her football. Jason, what do you think needs to be done about our bad angles on tackling? These should be things NFL players already know. But how do you get their best discipline from coaches?
Things like tackling, you got to put on the players. That's a desire thing. Defense's desire. You got to put that mainly on the players in terms of the angles. Does that mix in with play calling scheme potentially? But when it comes to wrapping players up, these are professionals, and I think I put that on the players a little bit above the coaches. It's a good question.
Yeah, that is a good question. And usually it's an effort thing. It's like, hey, are guys really out there rallying to the football and making an effort to make a play on the football? And, you can watch a lot of that on film sometimes and just see if guys are dogging it or if they're really trying to, make an effort. And that's something the coach can do is just be like, hey, if y'all are dogging it and you're not making an effort to get out there and get to the ball, then we're going to run some more. I mean, we're going to run and, we'll condition and we'll try to get more in shape because, and as football players, we hated running. Like running is the worst thing. Running and, gassers, like any of that stuff is just, it sucks. So if you threaten them with running and stuff like that, hey, we're not in shape. If we're not rallying to the ball, we're not in shape. So that means we need to do some more running. So, I mean, some of that's discipline, some of it's effort, some of it's, hey, you guys need to pick this shit up or we're going to do some more stuff. Like,
we'll
find a way.
Speak to it just before, I didn't play football. I'm sure no one's shocked about that. I played basketball, but I'll equate defense
Hoopster.
to fouling. Definitely. That was my life. Bad defense leads to fouling. So let's call the foul a missed tackle, right? So a coach really could do everything. Me and my team would run suicides if we hit a certain foul count, and that's how many suicides we'd all have to run, until someone hit a pair of free throws, so that's coaching, but ultimately it's on me to not reach, you slide, so it's up to the player to understand what the coach is delivering. So if it's not happening on the field, it's hard to put it on the coach if the player is not taking the communication level. I mean, these are professionals in some cases telling the cornerback, Sam Madison, Pat Surtain, they've done it there. They're telling their guys how to coach. Players has to take some kind of ownership on that.
Yeah, for sure. I think and I'm sure they do. I think they realize, hey, we need to do a better job of tackling and getting the guys down the first time, because they struggle with it. They struggled with it last week. They've struggled with it all season. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's a little poor, but they'll get better, hopefully.
I think when it comes down to it, it is definitely there is a lack of discipline on defense in some way, shape, or form, right? You can't argue with the penalties that have been there. Can't argue with lack of tackling, not making the plays that need to be played. And so, look, I think somebody had mentioned that in the chat a little bit ago, that Boyer's a scapegoat. I think there's some truth in that, but I also believe that this is what I said at the beginning of the year, gentlemen. I said when McDaniel took over this team, he was told Boyer's going to be the defensive guy here. Like, don't worry about the defense. That's Boyer's side of the ball, whatever. But I fully believe that in the offseason, Boyer's gone. Like, I just have it in myself that Boyer will not be retained.
I think I agree with that, and then I definitely have to get myself together because I got to get to a plane. Fact is, I think this season was a little weird with the Boyer scenario going into it with the new coach, because it was almost like, all right, let's bring in the guy who we eventually will hire after the interview process, which is McDaniel. But with the you never know, Boyer is almost like a lame duck kind of guy. It's like, we're going to keep the defenses as of now. Let's see how it is. If it's phenomenal, if McDaniel's phenomenal, let's keep it going. But if it's not, maybe we have to make a change. McDaniel's safe. I mean, that is first and foremost. But if the defense continues to play like it is and inhibits the offense, look, you should have won the Bears game 35-17. Worse. It didn't happen. So I agree that if it's not fixed, yeah, you go out and you get yourself the best defensive coordinator with a resume to prove it. That's just me.
We'll have to see. All right, Jason, you're no Thursday night football tonight with Jason Sarney, but Nonis will be on for 2 hours instead of 1 tonight. So Nonis will be on at 7, Nonis nights. And then Jason might come on for a little bit with me tomorrow, but I believe Dolph Freaky's probably going to co-host with me tomorrow morning, which I'm pretty excited about. So you might come on for a little bit.
I'll do my best to give a call, but going to be with the folks, so I'll jump on and say hello. But you are definitely in good company, in good hands tomorrow.
Sounds like a plan. John 83, new member to the channel. Let's go. Love it, man.
Nice.
Right,
welcome, John.
Be good, Jason.
Hey, I like that 83 too, John.
Let me know about. We'll hook up on Saturday, man.
100%. Looking forward to seeing you.
Hey, Jason. Hey, safe travels, man.
Thank you. I hope to see you, CB.
Yeah. I hope to get down there too, man.
All right, brother. Have a good one. Fins up, everybody.
Fins up.
Love it, man. Love that guy. Awesome. All right, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. All right. I'm reading people's chats here, private messages, everything. I got some people in the back room. Okay. Anyways. No drama. No drama for your mama. Okay. No drama.
We're kicking it. We're kicking it, man. We're kicking it.
I feel like for the most part, because of how potent our offense is, they can overcome anything on defense. But the saying goes, defense wins championships. What is your thought about that?
It does, man. And when you're able to get a stop and get off the field and give your offense a shot, it helps a lot. If we go into the playoffs with this type of defense where we're giving up a score every time down the field, we're not winning much. It's not going to last us very long. At some point, it's going to come back to bite you, man. And that's why I'm hoping we get better on defense. And I think we will. I think a lot of what Boyer's dealing with is just a lot of new guys, a lot of guys who, haven't really played. Cater Kohu, Crossan, Duke Riley. These are guys who really didn't see a lot of reps. So he's dealing with a lot of that, man, because the guys are injured and banged up. So it's difficult. I get it. He's got to make adjustments, but that's why he gets paid the big bucks to make those adjustments, man.
Look, it's interesting from that standpoint. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm not opening up a full panel, but I will bring on people one at a time. But if you get out of pocket, y'all, I'm kicking you off. That's how this is going to work. Okay.
This is Wildin' Out Thursday. Wildin' Out Thursday.
I didn't want to do Wildin' Out Thursday, but I'm going to give people an opportunity to come on and talk.
They're wilding in the chat. I love it. I see a lot of hate. I'm loving that too.
That's all right.
A lot of hate.
Andrevis is really mad at me. Just so you
know. Is he really upset?
He said I'm mad for real today.
Dang, what is up, man?
I don't know.
He took his ball and walked off the court. What is up?
Like, I don't know why. I love everybody. I seriously do. I just don't want to see the hate between people.
That's
like
crazy.
I know some people are not going to like each other. I get that. I understand that. I'm not a fool.
That's messed up,
like,
man. Hey,
I'm just trying to get people to respect each other. That's all.
Dre, you my guy, man. Don't do it. Don't do it, Dre. Don't do it. Come back, man. We need you. The community needs you, man. The Wolf Pack needs you. For every Joker, for every Batman, you gotta have a Joker, man. That's how it works out, bro.
I'm not gaslighting nobody. I don't know why. It's because other people troll, and if he does it, it's Steven, because other people troll, and if he does it, it's a problem. It's not a problem. Two things, like, it's not. I have no. He kept on timing Andrevius out after I asked him not to, so I stopped. So I gave him a chance. I said, stop doing it. He kept doing it. What's up? I didn't do anything wrong there.
They're tripping, man. They're tripping, man. Don't even entertain it, Steven. It's not, bro. It's not that serious. You guys can you guys are big boys in the chat. You guys can handle yourself. Big boys and girls.
See, I don't get why this is drama that I just don't want or need.
Look at this guy Estes.
Stop it.
He's such a little girl. Like if you want to run,
not name calling CB83.
If you want to run and cry about it, run and cry about it. But do it as a man. Like, talk to me man to man, bro. Don't be in the chat. Don't be in the chat. Yeah, like don't be in the chat being a chatty patty like a little girl, man. If you got a problem with me, come tell me to my face.
William, did you send me at Stephen D SKPL, or did you send Miami Sports Music, William Perry? Do it on at Stephen D SKPL, William Perry. All right, let me bring on Shake Hefner.
Shake.
Hello, Shake.
Shake Hef. What's good?
You're on mute, Shake.
How you guys doing, man?
I feel like I'm getting yelled at for trying to be trying to make sure that nobody's going too extreme on either side.
Trust me, that's one thing that's one of the reasons why.
And I know it's about to get
a member of the show.
I opened up the panel, but
no. But I'm saying one of the reasons I rock with you specifically is because one thing we have in common is, like, I rock with CBA3 just like I rock with Finn's Tailgate. You know what I mean? Yeah. I rock with TD's Finn's Talk. I rock with everybody, man. I'm not one of these people like, oh, you don't believe what I believe in, so I don't like you anymore. So you know what I mean? It's right. That's how
it's I. It's like that's the world we live in now. Like everybody has their.
I can't stand Pete's takes, but I love Pete as a person, and I will allow him to come up here whenever.
Yeah.
And I love Andrevius. I do. Andrevius has been one of my like. I love the guy. Okay, nothing. Like, I love everybody. And I think that some people, like, if you're really mad at me, like, come on, man. Like, why? I didn't do nothing. I literally just am trying to play. Anyways.
By the way, I just want to say one real quick. Color, I know you're watching, man. Color commentary does not hate Tua. I don't know why people have this notion that he hates Tua. He was critical, and when he does well, he acknowledges that he's doing well. When he does bad, he says he does bad. I don't think I know Color doesn't hate Tua. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, I think now for sure he doesn't hate Tua, but I think at one point, he felt a certain way about Tua, and he's expressed that.
Listen, the reason he says that is because he doesn't hate Tua. He hates the blind supporters. That's what he hates.
Okay. All right, hold on. I got Estefan up here. Give me a sec. I got Estefan.
Right.
This
no
guy
cussing,
right here.
No cussing. No name calling.
Oh
CB.
my gosh. He's such a his panties are always in a bunch, dude. I'm trying to figure it out.
It works for you too.
Okay. I'm gonna be nice. I'll play nice. I'm just let him get it off his chest.
If one of you go off the rail,
it's gonna be him. It's always him.
Okay. All right. I'm just asking, respect the platform, gentlemen. Okay.
I got you. I'm here.
Hello, F.
Oh, hell no. I know you just didn't let me up here, Steven, with this casual, bro. Listen, but I'm talking to you. Yesterday, we were talking football about the Browns. I said the word hell, and you kicked me off. That is not a cuss word. That is not a cuss word.
It is. It's $1.
That is not a cuss word. Okay. But then you got this casual over here just because he got a mic in front of his phone and he's saying the most obvious takes. Oh, if they got 5 and we got 5, well, then we got to send an extra guy because he got a mic in front of his face. He cussed. And he's.
Estefan, I'm sorry. Kryptonian sent you home for 20 minutes.
Man, this dude,
I can't win today. I just can't win. Because now people are going to be like, Steven was censoring Estefan. I wasn't. Don't even got him off. What do you want me to do?
That is crazy. These guys are funny, boy. Funny. Shake, what's up with you, man? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. Fortunately, my job told me to stay home because of the storm. So
yeah, man. Same here. So
it's
what
another
you think
beautiful
about
day in Zamunda, I can tell you that right now.
It is another beautiful day, man. What you think about this game? We're gonna get this dub on Sunday?
I'm hoping. I think the one thing that worries me, the one thing that could be a factor, offense. I believe in Tua. You know what I mean? I think as long as we have Tua under center, even if we're down, I believe that we're not out of a game. And that's a good feeling to have. But no, the one thing that really concerns me is that you have Breece Hall. And you have these other running backs I can't think of right now, brain farting, but they didn't kill us in the run. What they did was they kill us in that short dump off pass. And our middle linebackers don't, for some reason, they touch, they grab, but they're not doing fundamentally good tackling. And they're allowing them to get these big chunk plays in the middle. With you know what I'm saying? That's the one thing that kind of worries me because Kareem Hunt, that's where he makes his bread and butter.
Yeah. I mean, these running backs are harder to tackle than we've seen all season. So they've kind of got like that two-headed monster, Kareem Hunt, Chubb. So it could become a problem. I just hope we keep a bunch of guys in the box to stop the run. I force Jacoby to beat us. Send the heat every play. Make sure we crowd the line of scrimmage and make sure we get these guys tackled. Their receivers don't bother me either. So just send the heat, bro. Like, Boyer, don't be lackluster and just sit back and chill all game. Send that pressure and make these dudes play. Make Jacoby play and make plays. Make the secondary play.
Mm-hmm. But that's the problem is, the secondary, I think a lot of people don't realize this, that you look at the Jets game, you look at the Bills game, the receivers didn't get much passing yards. The most of the passing yards came from the running backs. So that tells you right there that the middle linebackers are a liability. It's not the secondary.
Yeah. And the linebackers are having
the Jets game. I'm sorry to cut you off, but the Jets game.
There you go.
The running backs had double the yards as of the receivers, so it can't be the secondary.
Yeah. I think we'll play better, man. I think just having a good game plan and being able to mix it up, I think we'll be fine, man. We got to blitz a little bit more, though. I want to see it. I want to see us blitz a little bit more, send a little bit more pressure, man. We're not the team to just sit back and play zone or play man, and not press up and be aggressive at the line of scrimmage. We're just not a good team at doing that. We will get dinked and dunked all the way down the field easily. It's just we struggle with it.
Yeah, and better tackling. Like I said, better tackling, man. I seen with Justin Fields, players had their hands on him. They just couldn't finish the tackle.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, man. I'm sitting here like going back and forth with people. Anything else before I let you go? Because I got some other people in the background.
Okay, my bad, man. Nothing much, man. I just wanted to say what's up to everybody here. I just again wanted to. I'm looking forward to Friday's show, CB83. And
appreciate it.
And by the way, I made a drink. It's called the Salty Tua, it's Salty Tua. It's 2 ounces of caramel whiskey, 2 ounces of Frangelico hazelnut liqueur, a 1/4 ounce of honey whiskey, and I do put pineapples in that. So y'all be safe, man. Fins up.
It belongs in the cocktail. I like it. It belongs in the cocktail.
Love you, Shake. Oh man, I meant to ask Shake a question. Shake, if you're still listening, I meant to see. I'm like so wrapped up in everything else, all the drama.
Come on, man. It's all good. We'll address it afterwards.
I ask Shake Money about the head shaving thing. Shake, get back up here in the back so I can ask you.
What's your head shaving question?
No, he's said that he was going to send me a link to something, and I want to know what he was going to send me the link to.
I like the bald head, man. You look good, bald, man. I like it. You just recently started shaving your head?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Just always go with the grain, with the way you comb your hair, you'll be fine.
Finn, hit me up after the show, bro. That's all I got to say to you. Hello, Pamela.
Hello, Stephen D. I got a bone to pick with you.
Everybody's got a bone to pick with me.
Well, I'm just gonna call you out just a little bit.
Hi, Pamela.
Hello. So I just don't think it's fair to have somebody on the show call someone out in the chat, then have the person come up in the chat, and then they get silenced right away.
That wasn't me. So am I supposed to say no timeouts? The guy paid $20
but
Estes
should have at least gotten a few minutes to rebut.
So
because
Pamela,
he was called out.
Pamela, I don't think that you're necessarily wrong. Here's the thing, though. If I make that, then people are going to be in the chat. What did I spend the $20 for?
I get you, but to not get your chance,
I'm not
to rebut at least 5 minutes. At least 5 minutes, because when somebody just straight out calls you out, if somebody called me out, and then I got muted, I would be furious, because you should get a chance to at least take up for yourself. And I did give you an opportunity to talk football. I was ready.
Hold on.
For the football talk.
All right, hold on, Pam. You're not wrong.
Okay.
You're not wrong. I'm not even arguing with you about that. The rules as is written or per is that if you pay to knock someone off, that person is off for whatever the $10 10 minutes. He paid $20, he gets 20 minutes. Now, if you want to make a different rule, I, by all means, will listen and say, hey, look, if somebody calls somebody out and somebody then pays it off, they at least need to work it out before that person gets off. That's never happened before. This was a first in the history of the channel for me personally. So in this particular particular situation, it wasn't that I was trying to be disrespectful. It was I was abiding by the rules, because at minimum people could say Steven was just going by the rules. Now, if we want to make an exception that if somebody calls somebody out on the channel and then they get up there and they start going back and forth, then I, by all means, I will say, well, let's put it to a vote. Let's change the rules. But I don't think I did anything wrong there. And I'll say to Estefan, you've been my man since A1 day one. Same as. Here's the thing. Let's get something straight. The fact that some of y'all take this so personal is stupid and ridiculous. I love y'all. I do this for fun. I do this every day because I love doing this and I love talking. The timeout thing is made to be a fun way for the channel to make money and also give people the platform that, look, I get sometimes people are like, I just can't stand listening to this person. You have a way to kick them off. You have a fun way to do it, right?
And I just want y'all to know. I just want y'all
Pam, Rashad got you off. I'm sorry, Pam. I'm listening to the rules. I don't know what y'all want me to do. If y'all want me to say if somebody gets called out, then we could change the rules. But at the end of the day, I'm abiding by the rules that are made on the channel. If y'all want to change them, come up here when we have a big panel, and I'll say, let's put it to a vote.
Yo, the dude's Esther. He's just really.
No, I love Estefan. I have nothing bad to say about Estefan.
I mean, he's just really.
He told me to F me. That's fine. I get you're mad. I didn't do anything wrong. I know I didn't do anything wrong. If you want to talk to me afterwards, that's fine. But this is stupid stuff that I don't think I should have to deal with. Like I do this every single day. Like I'm not doing anything different than anything
bring up
I've
Mike.
done before.
Bring up Mike in the back. He seems like he got something to say.
Roadrunner says you can't keep changing the rules because people don't like it. But no, the whole point, I will change the rules if somebody thinks that the rules need to change for the betterment of the channel, by all means, I'll listen to it.
Right. It seems like a bunch of drama.
Stupid drama for no reason. None. Absolutely none. Because here's the thing. I love Estefan. I love Andrevius. I love Pete. I love everybody here. And I really mean that. I'm not just saying that. I really got love for everybody. And people, like, it's so stupid, man. Just.
Well, Pamela says I shouldn't be able to talk about him if he's muted. He's in the chat talking. So if I'm talking to Eston and he's in the chat talking, like we're going back and forth. So it's not like he's muted. I mean, if he comes up and talks, it's a different story. But I mean, he's talking in the chat, so it's not a big deal.
Estefan, but you're saying this is fun for me, but you just told me to F me 20 minutes ago. You were like, go F yourself, Steven. F you too, Steven. Like what?
Yeah, like he's really out of pocket for no reason. But I mean, that's just some people. I guess some people gotta.
And by the way, I like the trolling sometimes. Like I can get with it if it's within fun. But if somebody gets personal with it, then they need to make it, they need to make it known at that point. Hey, look, this is what it is. So, hey, I took personal offense to this. How I would go about doing it is after the show, hit me up. Let's talk. If you don't like the way that I do it, look, I love Andrevius to death. And here's what I'll say about Andrevius and I. And I'm not trying to throw our chat between each other out there. But what I'll say is he thinks I'm being hypocritical. That's his point of view. And that's fine if he thinks that way. I disagree with that, but I'm also close to the situation. Maybe I need to go about it and talk about it with somebody else. I'm just trying to be very transparent with you guys how I, run the channel or do the channel. So I'm gonna bring Manny on in a minute. Hold on, Manny. Let me bring on Rashad real quick. Rashad, what's up?
You can bring Pam back. I was just having some fun.
Oh, damn, Rashad. Now you want to bring her back.
I was just, I love
it. Well, since you're the one who kicked her off, I'll bring her on with you on. She can take some of your time.
I'm not mad at you, Rashad. I'm not mad. I know you're being funny. I know you love me. I am not mad.
That's all I love.
Yesterday, Steven, you went over the swear jar, Estefan. Go back and listen to it. I didn't F up nowhere. Respect the swear jar.
I think he's arguing over the point whether he thinks that's a swear word or not.
He was
just an emotional little dragon. He's a fired up little dragon, from Dragon Tales.
Now y'all don't talk bad about him now. Don't.
We didn't say anything, Pamela. He said he's a dragon.
That's the fan knows not to take it serious.
I'm taking a little personal now because I feel like I have the way that it's currently set up as is for everybody to win, and and there's still drama. So I've learned two things. You're not going to make everybody happy. I get that.
100%.
And I think that I'm very fair. And if somebody else disagrees with that, so be it. But I love everybody, and I think I give everybody the same opportunity to say whatever the hell they want to say on this channel. And
Team Christopher, I think you're right.
Yeah, if you feel different, like it's stupid drama. It's high school. Like I do a show every day. You think I'm going to give me and that's the other thing too. I'm on the show 3 to 4 hours every day, Monday through Friday, plus a weekend. Okay. So if I do something wrong at the end of that, like I'm not going to bat 1,000. There's times I'm going to mess up. I'm not always going to get it right. It's just not going to happen. The law of averages state that I will screw up or say something wrong eventually.
Well, I think one thing, Steven, I think people call you out a lot because you change your mind. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like if somebody makes a good... I don't consider it flip-flopping. I consider it the fact that you
made new
yes.
decisions.
Everybody gets to change their mind. If somebody makes a good argument and you think about it and you go, well, you know what? That's a good point. How is that flip-flopping? It's like you got some education on something and you changed your mind. So I don't think that's right either. But I don't know. Estefan and me, like, we disagree on a lot of points, but he's still my friend. And, you know, maybe I'm being a little protective. I don't know. And I don't know what the problem is between him and CB83 either. So,
there's really no, Pamela, honestly, I don't even know the guy. I just know he has terrible takes, and that's it. That's all I know about him.
Well, I know a lot of people that have takes that are different from mine. I don't know if I'd say they're terrible. Maybe some people I say their takes are terrible.
Yeah, I think you do. I've seen you say some people have terrible takes, Pamela. So let's not.
Andre says it seems you favor people, Steven, even though you don't think so.
I'm gonna tell you what it really is.
Let me.
So what is it? What is it? What is
hold
it?
On. So Andres thinks that I favor people, but the reality is there are certain people that come on the panel all the time. So I develop a relationship with those people outside of here. Like Bonjo and I talk outside of here. Andrevius and I talk outside of here. For those of you who don't know, real talk. Andrevius, one of the nicest people you will talk to and meet outside of the street. He's one of the biggest trolls. He talks a lot of S, but I love the guy to death. Okay,
he's a spoon, like Shake Money. I call him a spoon.
If Andrevius needed anything, I would be the person there to 100%. Pete's the same way. I can't stand Pete's takes. Pete's in the back room. I'm gonna let Pete up in a second. Pete, I get it.
Now you want fight.
Understand it. But I would say at the end of the day, Pete is one of the nicest people you will meet. And Musa. Okay.
Woosah. It's over. Cool. Let's not even give it any more energy, Steven. Let's just talk football.
Let's talk football.
I can't.
I tried to get there with my question on defense.
I don't think it's over.
Man, bring Pete up. Bring Pete up. I know he has.
I didn't want to have a big panel, but all right.
Go ahead.
Hey, good morning. Steven. Hey, you know what? I'm so.
Hold on, Pete. Real quick. It's
Pete.
only the Tua hater club that gets upset about getting timed out. We've been timed out. Souvenirs have been timed out up to the point now. The Tua handout.
Is it him breaking up, guys, or is it me?
It's not breaking up.
No, I think it's him.
Yeah,
okay. Just double checking. I'm sorry. You see,
you're
becoming a Tua hater. It's happening to you, Rashad. That's what happens. And you know what, Steven? I'm so happy this morning.
As the film says,
you see, look. Let me talk to Andrevius for a second. I am so happy this morning, Steven, and everybody in the fence community. You know why I'm so happy, Steven? Andrevius admitted that's what he is, a troll. That's the difference between me and Andrevius. He's a troll, and I have real football takes. That's the issue. Lord. He does not deserve a mod. I'm glad he lost it.
He didn't.
I'm just gonna let everybody on. I'm just whatever.
He's a spoon. He's like Shake Money. He's a spoon.
let me get the floor for a little bit, guys. And this is mostly for Steve, right? Maybe something you could vote on. You know, you got a swear jar, which swearing is one thing, right?
Yep.
Another thing would be
I'm upset right now, guys. Just so y'all know.
Yeah.
I'm really
one thing would be personally insulting somebody. That to me is way worse than cursing. You know, I shouldn't be talking to anybody.
CB83, how many times I'm like, hey, let's not name, like, every single person that comes on the channel, I'm always like that.
Yeah,
well, maybe
not,
I would suggest a warning, like not even a jar or anything, a warning. If I start personally insulting, you know, anybody,
I've already done that. I already do that, man.
I mean, how do we define a personal insult though? Like, how do we define it?
It's easy. If it's not football related, then it has to be personal, right? Because this is a Miami Dolphins channel.
If I call you a name, CB, like anything, you know, we can't swear here, you know. But if I call you an MF or you're, you know, anything personal,
I got you. Yeah,
we shouldn't be doing that
sense.
to each other, man. That's not professional. It's not fun. It makes it not fun. Now, if you want to talk about your takes, be like, hey, your takes are kind of crazy. That's fine. But I'm not going to call you crazy for having crazy takes. You know what I mean?
That makes sense. That makes sense. I like that.
We shouldn't be attacking people personally like that ever in life. You know, whether we're online, whether in person, it's not right. And that's something that should probably be taken a little bit more serious on the host end. You know what I mean?
Exactly, Manny. And I hope you're learning something today, CB83.
I feel that when people get attacked on my channel, I try to nip it in the butt right then and there. And if they get over the line, I think I'm very quick to pull the trigger on, bro, you got to go. Right?
Like we nip it in the bud, not the butt. Just saying, bud.
So, nip it in the butt. Nip it.
So wait, butt is not a bad word.
Out of pocket this morning. This isn't even my MO. I don't ever really.
Steven, is butt not a bad word?
I'm good at ignoring it, but y'all got me going this morning. And Estefan, I gotta be real with you, man. You need to hit me up behind closed doors, because, yeah, man, like it's whatever.
But anyway, Stephen D, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I used to use when I had my bald head.
Send me the link, man.
Yeah, this is what I used to use. It works really well. As a matter of fact, if I still use it, I got all these replacement blades. If you get one, I'll send you the replacement blades.
Send me the link, because I need that.
Pete, just so you know, Pete, I took a screenshot of your face yesterday, dog, just so I never forget what you look like, bro. That's
damn.
Hey, I love it, dog. That's awesome, dog.
A little creepy, dog.
Hey, dog. I try to put a picture, you know, when you guys are talking of, oh, this guy's talking, and bro, I was wrong, bro. I was completely wrong.
Hey, the other thing I wanted to say, because I guess you guys are on the gatekeeping subject. What's going on, everybody? I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Hello.
The reception's pretty bad over here.
We can hear you.
One of the things that I wanted to say, it's that I guess it's a trigger for anybody in the community, is when you judge someone's fandom for saying a specific take. For example, I'm going to give you an example. Pete saying, you know, Tua's trash, and we're saying, oh, you're not a real Dolphin fan. You're a Jets fan. You get what I mean? That's something I don't like in the community. I mean, I'm more a fan than you.
We're talking about my channel, Batman.
Yeah, Batman. That's different. You talking about Pete?
But listen, no, that's not true. But listen, hey, Steven, isn't that right what Batman said? Because I could sit here and not like Tua, and they say I'm not a Dolphin fan. But hold on, Steven. But yet, if I sit here and dog Jesse Davis, my subscriptions will go up because I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just don't like that.
Can I add to that point?
Yeah.
So it's what I find a lot is that it gets where the line gets crossed is when somebody's personal motivations are questioned because of their take on Tua. You know what I mean? That's what bothers me.
On anything.
When you start to tell a person that his motivations are somehow nefarious, and he just doesn't care about the betterment of his team, and then you say, okay, well, if that's the case and you do care about the team and you think Tua is trash, then you must be blind or not know football. In other words, it is always bringing somebody. It's like everybody has to be dehumanized just because a person thinks that they're taking trash or wrong. For instance, I'll tell you what happened this morning, Stephen D. I watched it.
Damn,
he came into the chat, said good morning to everybody, and got timed out.
Who did?
Pete.
I'm glad you said that, Color.
You saw me
He comes
address
into
it,
the
right?
chat and says good
You
morning.
saw me address it, right?
Well, what I mean is everybody just
You did,
assumed
Steven.
because Pete has the image in the community of being a troll, he gets timed out for saying good morning. It's ridiculous.
I mean,
that's
but
not
the
that's not
timing
fair.
out thing is all fun and
they were
games, man.
trolling.
And I think
I
you should
honestly think
respect.
they were trolling. Yeah, all
Were
fun.
they
What
just
I'm
messing
saying
with
is,
Pete?
who
Yeah,
started
I
the
think
That's
so.
it.
Who
That's
started
why.
the troll?
But
Okay,
color,
let me
color.
finish real
Two
quick.
timeouts is
First
one
question
thing,
is,
right?
who
One or
started the
two
troll?
timeouts trolling is one thing.
Well,
But
Color,
anytime
right.
Pete tried to type anything, he was timed out.
right. And
Can I
here's the
respond
thing, though.
to? Can I
Who
respond to what
started,
color
first
just
of
said?
all, who started the troll? And secondly, now we've got it at a point where both sides are blaming the other side for doing the same thing. So
Well,
at this point,
color,
people,
it's my fault.
It
gotta
is
stop.
the same. It
I'm
is
just
the
saying the
same
only
thing,
solution
color.
is at this point is to stop worrying about what you think about other people's feelings. If they hurt you with their take, get over it. Grow
Color,
up.
it's
But
my fault because
color,
I had
but
the
color.
picture of Pete as a troll, so it's my fault. I did that
Wait,
about like 4 months ago, and I
wait a
started
minute,
that.
Batman.
Well, no,
Wait a
it's
minute,
not
Batman.
just that, Batman. I'm talking about everything. Like I'm questioned as a human being on my takes sometimes, and I'm tired of it. It's stupid.
Wait. Color. It was the same thing for Tamaris. It
Yes,
was
it
you're not a
is. Yes,
Dolphin.
it is. Yes, it is.
You're
I
not a
know.
Dolphins fan.
But
You're
how
a
much?
Tua
Steven,
fan.
Okay, bro.
We don't
This is
want
what the
you to
Tua
have-
haters got to bring up now.
The Tua ears too, bro. You don't see it happening.
I'm not worried about it.
I'm just sorry. You're not going to tell me that we sit
Come
here
on.
and watch people bash Tua, man. Come on.
No, but,
No,
sometimes the people who support
that's not what
Tua
I'm
get
saying.
bashed for
I'm
supporting
saying
Tua.
people
Hey,
who
it's
support Tua
guys, you're on
used to be
both
like,
sides. Hey, here we
not
go.
a
Here we
fan
go.
of this
You get
team.
called a
Somehow
troll
this is
if
going
you
to be
don't
my
support
fault.
Tua.
Somehow,
You
some way.
are,
This
so
is my
you
here we
are
fault.
the
go.
black sheep
So-
of this community if you don't praise Tua and slob on his knob. You are the black sheep of this
No.
community.
I don't consider nobody.
There are people
The only
on
troll I
both
can think of
sides
is
of the
People
aisle.
do.
Hey,
Hey. You know what? Hold on.
don't,
Pete,
guys,
The
just
only
don't,
troll I can think of is
don't
Pete.
play
I
the
don't know no
victim.
other
guys.
trolls.
Let's not.
No, wait.
I don't know no other
Because
trolls.
Stephen D stood up for Pete this morning. They're all acting like, oh, and you all call us gatekeepers. Now they're playing the victim.
Who did
Guys,
that?
Oh, you caught on to that Color? I didn't even notice that.
Did.
Man, you see, this is why I love Color. Steven, you know why it's funny, because it's true. I believe Color.
For me, because I
Who
need you
did-
to bring a
wait.
bottle this weekend
Who-
to Miami.
Who
for that.
did that? Because
Can y'all hear me?
Rashad.
Steven took Andre
know who they are.
rich, and Andre said, "I
Nobody
don't
can
care."
hear me.
I got
So
you.
who
man.
said?
They know who
A
they
little
are.
bit.
They're claiming they're claiming now that Stephen D's the gatekeeper and that we're all a bunch of
He's
hypocrites.
not. Nobody
Who said
thinks
that?
that about
Andre
Stephen
said he
D.
doesn't care.
Who said that?
I
Stephen
don't
D
care.
is a
Who
lover.
said that?
Bro, scroll
Nobody
back
thinks
to
that
chat
about
and
Stephen.
find out yourself, man.
Hey, this is
It's
what
right
I don't.
there.
I don't. Hey, this is my problem.
Now
I don't
y'all
like
put narratives
guys.
on people.
I don't
now.
like
now,
guys
now y'all put
playing.
narratives on people.
I don't like
do that.
guys playing the victim. I don't like people like if you're gonna be brash and you're gonna feel a certain way about your takes and you're gonna be convicted about your takes, then when you're wrong, then just take the heat when it comes at you.
As a
Like
man,
I'm just
as an
And I
adult,
always
that's what
come
I'm
up here to
saying.
take the
And I
heat,
don't-
CB. I
guys,
never
I'm never-
troll anybody or disrespect
I'm never
anybody.
gonna play the.
I'm here.
This is one thing I'm never gonna do.
Well, ain't nobody disrespect
I'm
nobody
never
so
gonna
far.
get up
I don't
here
think
and
so.
play the
DB
victim,
just made a good
guys.
point, and I want to
I just
address him
can't
man to man
do
right
it.
now. I've got something to ask him about. Okay.
Okay.
You just made a good point, CB. Okay. But let me ask you something.
Yes.
Okay. Where does that line get drawn? Because when I felt victimized being called a crackhead, you told me flat out that I get the energy I give.
I said,
So
and I
that's
said
telling
this.
me
So
you must think I give off the energy of a crackhead. Thank you very much.
That's not what I'm saying.
Can
What
you
I'm
explain
saying is,
yourself?
so this is what I'm saying. Let me explain myself. So
Hey, CB,
here
real
we
quick,
go.
I just want to say, everybody, have a good
Unreal
day.
this morning.
Everybody have a good day, man.
I
Tua
want
is
CB
king.
to explain
You too,
himself.
Batman.
Tua's
I'll make
MVP.
it so one
Much
day,
love,
Batman.
everybody.
Hey, have a good one.
MVP, Batman.
Man,
Batman.
I'm waiting for you, guys.
I would like
MVP.
to
I know.
have the
I
Love y'all.
opportunity to
Go
explain
fans.
Everybody
himself.
love everybody. Everybody love everybody. Peace
Everybody
out.
love
Be blessed,
everybody,
Batman.
man. I'm gonna start being like Diddy and just, hey, my new name is Love, man. Love.
I
Just
just
call me
want
Love,
CB
man.
the opportunity to explain himself.
Come
on
on,
this.
I
If he's
thought
got a
this
good
Hey,
explanation, I'll
hold on,
take it as a man.
hold on.
I had his fire, Pete.
I thought this was already addressed. I thought it was already addressed.
So we can address it again. And this is what I'm saying. The energy
I
you
got
put
something
out there,
bigger to address. I promise you, Steven.
Wait, Pete.
This dude here, bro. This dude Pete is on another level, yo.
I just want to know, Steven, what have I done? What have I done in your estimation?
I can't say it. First of all,
what have I done that has given you the impression that I give off the energy of a crackhead? Tell me, what have I done?
I never said anything in regards to a
like
crackhead.
my show today. I just want to throw that out there. If I had
if it's something I did, I can change it. Just let me know what it was.
Color, you have never said. I have never said the word crackhead to you in a chat or anything.
But when I said something about it and addressed it, you typed in the chat. You get the energy you give. Color.
So
that is what you did.
All right, hold on.
So,
can y'all have this conversation outside? Like this is
he won't even let me talk. Bro, I wasn't even saying it could, and like you said, Rashad, it could be anything. I wasn't saying the crackhead energy is the energy you give. I'm saying, hey, when you are convicted,
you're gonna just take it out of the context of the chat.
You said something about a crackhead, and he said you give the energy that you give. That does not mean he's saying that you give the energy of a crackhead.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying. Thank you.
You said something about a crackhead.
That's all I wanted to say.
Hey, it's tippy-toeing. You didn't say you give crackhead
on the line, though.
Because you said something
about crackhead energy.
Come on. Come on,
bro,
guys.
Am I like, do I function with a different language than you guys or something?
Maybe, Color.
How is that not saying the same thing?
Hey, look. I already told y'all. This, no disrespect to Color is CB. I know where y'all stand at. I'm telling you right now. But there's a bigger situation right now.
What's the bigger situation?
Huge. No, you guys. Oh, yeah, you're about to find out, CB. Are you guys aware of the video of the leader of this community? Because I call him the leader. He has the most subscribers. He's the king. He's probably the most loved.
No, we're not talking about
yes, we are. Yes, I am.
Matter of fact, I'm kicking everybody off. I don't want to hear from y'all.
My gosh, I'm done.
Give up.
Hey, I'm out. Kick me off too, bro. Kick me off.
I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm absolutely over it. I love y'all. Everybody in the back, just understand, I love you all. Okay? Can't stand it today. This show was atrocious today. Atrocious. Horrible. Worst show ever today. And I let it happen. It's me. It's my fault. 100%. I take the blame. I take the blame. 100%. What we're not going to do is we're not going to sit here and we're not going to talk about people. That ain't going to happen. I'm over that. Anyways. Some people just want to watch the world burn. I am not one of those people. I do not want to see the world burn. It was not a good show today. It was a horrible show today. I still have people in the back room. I'm contemplating letting people just come back up one at a time. I'm going to bring Dolphin Don up because he always makes me feel better.
What's up, Steven?
I'm mad.
I know. I can tell that, brother. And you know what? And I'm not going to join no organization where I got to be a Flores apologist because I don't, I'm against apologies in the first place. So there you go. But I got something I was saving for tomorrow, but we need it as a Dolphins nation today, everybody. So it's a little, okay, just kind of humor me here.
I'm a flip-flopper. I'm allowed to do what I want. I can do, if I say the show's over and then 5 seconds later I feel like I want to bring people back on, I'll do what I want at this point. I'm so upset. Like, everybody is mad at every decision I have made today. Every decision that I have said has pissed off somebody today. I'm over it. I'm over it.
It's nothing like that, man. So I want to do a little word association game. So if everybody want to close their eyes, man, just humor me on this. Okay. Two words.
Yep.
Okay. Cheetah and Miami Dolphins. You got a picture there?
Yep, I do.
All right. Cheetah, New England Patriots.
Pretty good.
Scientific facts, brother. So yeah, I just want to say fins up, everybody. I was saving that for spread kindness tomorrow. So there you go. It's a day early.
I appreciate it. I love you, Dolphin Don. You're the man, brother.
Love you back, man. Love the whole nation, man. We're here. We're strong. Hey, and I'm glad what CB83 is out there doing, man. He's sometimes you have to have a crunch chewy cookie. You don't want the just soft. You don't want the hard cookie. You want the crunch chewy. So there you go.
Look, I have bad days and good days just like anybody else. I get it. Bob Young says, do the Dolphins play this weekend? If so, who do we play? The Browns. Thank you. 1:00. I'll be there. I don't know, man. I can admit that I make mistakes on my show or the way that my show is run. Like, I'm not perfect. I've never claimed to be. I try for the most part to keep my stuff fair. And I think 90% of the time I do. I think there's 10% where I get it wrong or I don't play, or it might not be fair to one person or the other. And I think it's a majority of that is because I'm sitting here trying to read the chat. I'm trying to listen to the panel. I'm trying to be engaged. I'm trying to make sure the equipment's working. I'm trying to make sure the internet is good. I'm doing 15 different things at one time. Okay. And I don't get sometimes, I don't know if some of you understand how difficult that can be, right? I respect Reason and TD and Doug. They've been in this game for a minute. They've been doing it for a long time. All three of those guys are goats in this community. Say what you want about them. They're goats in the community, right? And then I love people like Batman and Finn's Tailgate and Colors in that and Nonus and 305 Sports Babe and Miss Finn's and I know Miami Sports Fanatics and Finn's-aholic. I'm trying to name everybody that's in there. I know there's a lot of people I'm missing because there's so many different platforms now.
What Steven's trying to say is hats off.
I am. I get how difficult this is, right? Like I understand, and my show is growing. It's getting bigger, and I get that, and I love it, and I want it to. And I get that part of the reason that I get a little frustrated is I do have personal relationships with some of these people on the show, right? Like, and it's because some of them were so loyal in the beginning, Chef Zhu, I'm going to help officiate his wedding. He was the first person I ever listened to. That's amazing to me, right? Like, that's something beautiful in that. Andravius, it literally was one of the first people that was on the show all the time. It was my first original OG number 2, and was just great. He would have been considered maybe the first co-host of the show. I look at unofficially, but I love him, right? And William Perry, who's in the back, he's brand new. He's been in the chat for weeks now, months, and I love his one-liners. They've been very witty, and he comes on the show. He gets on the panel, yesterday or the day before for the first time, and automatically fell in love with just his personality and the way he goes. So it doesn't matter if you've been on 2 or 3 times and you're new, or you've been on since day one. I love people. It's one of the reasons I wanted this network and started this network, is so that I could get to know people. Pete's the same way, Chef Zhu's the same way, Cap for Life, everybody, right? And I'm missing a million people, and to me, that's what this network is about, and it will always be about. And today was a bad day, right? I can admit that, but it wasn't even I don't like the way the show went. It can't even be a bad day. I just didn't like the way the show went into. And I think that part of it is people take it personal, which they shouldn't at all. And then the other thing that I think is the thing too is I believe that people want me to be perfect or expect me to be perfect 100% of the time. And I'm just letting y'all know I'm not. All right. So if somebody says that, well, you time me out, but you didn't time the other person out, or you were watching me time people out and you weren't watching, I apologize to you. That's all I can do. That's all I can say. And if you think that I've done that one too many times, then you know what? So be it. Maybe my show's not for you. I get that. I would hate to see you leave. I don't want you to go anywhere. I think for the most part, I'm a pretty fair individual. If you think that's the case, if you don't think that's the case, who am I to like? That might be the way what you see, right? So, I love my moniker is Stephen D. SKPO. Spread kindness, positivity, and love. I really try to live my days like that. I think if you're kind to people, people will be kind to you back. I think if you're positive, people will approach that. So when I see the negativity, I feel like that is like oil and water. It just goes everywhere. And I hate it. I don't like it. And love. I feel like the way we overcome our society's issues is just loving each other. And people are like, whatever. Y'all can say what y'all want. That's how I choose to try to live my life every day. But there are days like today, I let it get to me. And there's days like today, like I don't like the way it is. I don't like the way Estefan feels about me. I can't worry about that if that's how he feels about me. But I love the guy, and I would still do anything for him. Same thing with you know, a lot of other people, Andrevius, you know, just a million people within the community. If you need me, I am going to be there. If you have an issue with me, you could talk about it to me behind closed doors. I don't like to put people's my business out there with people, but I also want to be transparent too. And if you don't feel that I'm transparent or you don't believe me, then there's an issue there, because I try to be who I am to everybody.
Man, you got a great show, and we're all appreciative of the show that you provide, brother. Sometimes shit get out of hand. Excuse me.
Most days they do. I mean, most Wednesdays they do, not most days. And I feel like I've tried to keep Wildin' Out Wednesdays specifically to Wildin' Out Wednesdays, which is why I don't like big panels any other days, because I feel like some people are here because they want to hear me and they want to hear my football takes. And some people are here because they want to see the entertainment of a big panel. And so, you know, that's what it is. So, EM Dolphin fan, I'm sure you, if you want to come in the back room, I'm sure you have something to say to everybody's got something to say to me, but feel free. All right, Dolphin. Now I'm going to bring on a couple people one at a time. I'm not bringing on 50 million people. I can't, my heart can't take that today.
One word. Peace.
But I love you, man.
Love you back, man.
All right, man. Bye.
Peace.
All right. Pamela.
Hello. Listen here, Stephen. I just got to tell you, most of us come here because of you. Most of us get an opportunity to say what we want to say about our team because of you. So just because somebody says, hey, I didn't like this, it's just like you timing somebody out or whatever. It's not because you don't love them, right? Mm-hmm. So don't take it personal. We all come back again and again because of you. Mm-hmm. So you've given us a voice. We totally love you. We don't expect you to be perfect. You do a great job.
Yes.
And so I just want to say that I hope I didn't hurt your feelings, because I wasn't trying to.
I wasn't. No, if I was being defensive towards you, it was because I was emotional in that moment, but it had nothing to do with you. What you were saying was factual. Like, I agreed with you. Like Estefan should have been able to come up here and do that. I was literally just playing by the rules that were the rules. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful to Estefan. It was, this is what the rules were. And so I get you. And
you know, I think the rules apply to everyone but me, right?
Yes. Bam. And so it was nothing against Estefan. And Estefan is mad at me, and that's fine.
I know. I just took up for him a little bit. I felt a little bad for him, so I was just taking up for him a little bit.
And I would feel like that, and it's whatever. But you know,
I just appreciate your show so much. it's helped a lot. Like, I do understand how difficult it can be. I know doing my stream is different than this show, but it is hard. It is really, really hard. And so, yeah. And I don't think you flip flop. I think you hear something that, changes your mind. Somebody makes a good argument. That's what intelligence is, right? Not sticking with something just because that's what you said at first. That's what intelligence is all about. So, we all appreciate you. We appreciate the opportunity to get to talk about our football team. Even if people
95% of the time, that's what this channel is you get
95%
95%
of the time.
And the other 5 is like today. It's what it is. And I think this is I don't think this is very common on my show anymore. I think it used to be a long time ago, but I tried to put it in perspective and tried to change the how people view it. But
once in a while, though, it's okay.
And I just crazy, and today was one of those days, and I'll eat
a little
it
bit crazy.
And Spread Kindness Friday will be great tomorrow, and the rest of today, you're not gonna, people are not gonna bring me down today.
And I want to say for the game this weekend, I feel like we're going to kick some total butt.
I agree
that our offense is going to score and light it up, and our defense is going to get it together. It's going to be Chubb on Chubb madness.
Yep, I agree, man. All right. I love you, man.
Thanks, Steven.
I love you, Pamela. Be good.
Love you back. Bye.
All right. Let me bring on William Perry.
What's up, Steven?
What's up, buddy? How are you, man?
Hi, man. I'm doing good. Look how pretty it is out here.
It's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. I live in one of the greatest places in the entire world. Like, literally for years. I'm off on the bay right in a second. It's nice. Steven, you gotta quit letting people get to you like that.
I don't normally. William Perry, you know me. Do I normally let people get to me like this? I don't.
Brother, you'll never have it as bad as whenever you're doing stand up and an old drunk lady in the bar goes, "Hey, are you the stripper?" And I was like, "Well, it depends on how much." You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just one of the things about it. You know what I mean? Stop worrying about that. You're doing a wedding this weekend, aren't you?
Say what?
You're doing a wedding this weekend, aren't you?
Chef Jew, my guy Chef Shoe's getting married, my brother.
Look, I do weddings as well. Like I have my certification to do weddings as well. And I've done 2 of them so far. But are you like officiating the wedding?
Yes and no. So there's actually an officiate, Karen, who's going to be doing most of it. But they wanted me to come up and like add to it and say some stuff because I know Chef Shoe and Chef Shoe's my guy. And so I'm going to be helping officiate the wedding.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you a quote from William Perry to do for your wedding.
Okay.
I wrote it myself, and you can have it for the wedding. All right.
All right.
And it goes like this, right? May your love be so bold that it changes the minds of everybody that comes into contact you, their definition of what love is. Use that.
I like that. I need you to send that to me so I'll remember it, but I like it.
I'll write it. I'll send it to you on Instagram in the chat for you. But like, that's the one I wrote that one because one of my friends was getting married and they asked me to do the wedding like last minute. So I had to overnight get my license, and then and I had to write the wedding out in 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I came up with. So you can use that one.
I will use it, man.
But I want $1 million.
He says I bought my wife that same card from Hallmark.
Listen, you know who I don't trust? Will Smith, because he's been stealing my quotes for a long time and then posting them as anonymous. I was like, you son of a. You know what I'm saying?
I do, man. I love you, man. I seriously, you have brought a whole new level of excitement to the show, and I'm so excited that you're a part of the community and that you're here and you became a member this morning. Welcome to the family. And
I figured I had to show my full support for my guy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to dive all the way in. I'm really looking forward to talking to Vaughn 954 about this whole, comedy hour.
Well, dude, I definitely need you and Vi 954 to get together because you guys are great, and I'm gonna set you two up together. It's fun.
It's gonna be fun. Hey, check this out. So I'm at this house over in like on the bay, right? And there's a whole bunch of buffalo heads and animal heads, and immediately thought, like, this guy may come home and kill me at any minute. He's got all these skins everywhere.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
There's a buffalo head like right above me.
Skin.
It's wild out here. Hey, do you know the kicker for the Falcons, Matt Bryant, right? Well, I did both of his houses out here in Uno Island in Gulf Shores or Orange Beach. And he had a quick take. This guy has like 4 sets of twins, right? All have red hair, and he has no hair. Yeah, Matt Bryant, the kicker, right? But what he has inside of his house is a 7-foot by 25-foot fish tank, right?
Yeah.
That you have to have a ladder on the backside to get up into this fish tank. But it's got like sharks and shit in it. He had the second house built because the fish tank was too small, and the other one was 6 foot by 10 foot.
Wow,
it's most amazing. He's the coolest guy ever, though. He's just a regular dude.
Matt Bryant, he kicked for like 30 years in the NFL for a lot of different.
Yeah, Matt Bryant,
good guy. All right, well,
he's fantastic.
Behind closed doors here. I love you, brother.
No, have a good time. Love you too, bro.
Be good, man. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show. Clock blockers, flip floppers, you name it, whatever it is, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Color, what's up, Color?
Yo, Stephen D. First of all, I just want to I got to apologize to CB. It wasn't my intention to drag all that out again. I was only pointing out an example of a double standard where this and that was said. It's like I get told all the time to keep out of chat, what I mean? But everybody else gets involved in chat and gets in their feels too, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird. It's a weird thing, but CB and I squashed that. He explained to me that it wasn't his intention to insinuate that I gave off energy like that. He was making a different point, and we squashed that because, whatever. It was really only to say, hey, this is the double standard. Like, when Tua gets attacked, his supporters feel attacked personally. Well, there's no figurehead on the other side, on the anti-Tua, to attack. So their only recourse is to attack the person saying it. That's where the difference is not being realized by people. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Tua is like 10, 20 years from now, he's going to be living his life and doing his thing. And like half of us are not even going to know what he's doing. You know what I mean? But yet people feel so personally attacked when somebody criticizes Tua. And their only recourse is to attack that person because the person attacking Tua, there is no figurehead for them to attack back on. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And putting all that aside, I mean, I didn't want to rehash all that. Look, I people in the chat say that you're always my therapy session, and it's more like I fashion myself as your conscience, believe it or not. You know what I mean? But you may not know that, but whatever, either case, it is what it is. I really wanted CB's take on what he thought about using since we, the quarterbacks like Jared Goff, let's say, that we don't have to spy. Like, did he notice any, and because I didn't look as deeply as him, but it's of my thought just from a outside, quick impression that Boyer underestimated Goff and dropped that extra guy into coverage instead of really putting pressure on Goff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of a question I have for CB. But the last thing I want to say is big shout out to Florida Power and Light, man. Like, I know it's only a Cat 1 storm and just on the edge and all that.
It's still a storm.
But tropical storms used to knock our power out for a week. Growing up, you know what I mean? It's like amazing.
Technology's gotten a lot better.
And somebody like Ali, I spoke with him this morning, takes a direct hit from the hurricane and never even lost power. I mean, big shout out to FPNL, man. And hopefully if anybody's losing it today, because obviously the rest of the state is just getting hammered by rain and winds because it's such a big storm size wise. I mean, you got nastiness going up into Daytona right now, and you got nastiness going down into Tampa. It's like, pick your poison. You know, Orlando's sitting in the middle of it. So, you know, hopefully they keep the power on for everybody. So far, they've been doing an absolute standout job, man. So good for them. Can't say as much for our cable provider, but at least I didn't lose internet last night.
I hear you. All right, man. I love you, man. Be good.
Thanks, okay? Appreciate it, man.
All right, man. I'll see you this weekend. EM Dolphin fan.
Stephen D, what's good, bro?
I don't know. You tell me what's good.
Man, I have no idea, man. I don't know what's going on. I've been trying to stay out of the way and trying to enjoy this season in peace. And man, I finally just want to listen to some content, turn on YouTube, and it's absolute pandemonium. It's chaos, bro.
Pandemonium on the show today. I didn't like
what the hell?
Didn't like it today.
Hey, man, all I got to say yet again, y'all can't blame EM Dolphin fan for this.
Wasn't your fault this time, EM.
I'm sorry?
It wasn't your fault this time.
Oh, yeah, it's never my fault. I don't know why I get blamed for the majority of the problems in this community, but I stay in my own lane. I don't bother anyone. And I'm appalled as well. I'm appalled at all of this bickering going on in our fan base right now. I never conduct myself that way.
You'd never, not once. And
not once. You never see me conduct myself in that way.
Never seen you get out of pocket. Never.
Absolutely. I'm always cool, calm, and collective. And I don't raise my voice. I don't use profanity. I try not to. But, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know why I'm always getting blamed for stuff, but it's all good, though.
You just wanted to come on and say hello and just say that?
Yeah, man. I hadn't been around in a while, bro, and just trying to get ready for the holidays.
I feel it's so funny, right? Because I feel like when there's craziness or drama going on the channel, that's when I see you, EM. It's like your ears are ringing.
Y'all are gonna find some way to assign blame to EM Dolphin fan in some shape or form. Y'all just, bro, it's impossible for y'all not to do that, but it's cool. I still got love for everybody though. It's all good, man.
I love you, man. You're a good guy. I don't care what they say about you.
I appreciate that, man. Anything positive surrounding my name is few and when I come across it, it's few and far between. So that's greatly appreciated when I hear that positivity, bro. It's all good, man.
All right, man. Well, you be good this weekend. Enjoy it. And Shake Money paid for your swear jar in advance. Look at you.
Oh, really? Oh, so I can act a fool, right? I can act a fool.
You got $5.
I can act a fool for a little bit. Okay. Where's CB at? That's what where's CB at?
CB was smart. He left. He's like, I'm not dealing with this drama this morning.
Oh yeah, he saw me in the chat. Casual takes.
Don't do my man. That's my guy. That's my
man. Guy. Man, CB need to stop this foolishness, bro. We all trying to enjoy this season. Listen, Steven. Real talk though. Real talk. Not only on this platform but others as well. I'm like, bro, we have all as fans, right? We've been waiting to have a complete team like we have now. We've been waiting for stability at the quarterback position, and we have it now.
We do.
And I'm like, what the fuck are we arguing about?
All right, that's two. So you got $3 left. Go ahead.
Okay. So, I mean, as fans, what are we bickering about? We should all be on the same page.
You would think that we're 0-10 or 0-9.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I don't get it, and again, that's why I've been. It's been difficult, but I haven't been as active on these platforms because it's frustrating for me. I'm like, man.
I honestly think, and look, you and I, we joke around a lot, but I will say the only thing I think makes this better is you have to win at least 2 playoff games because I don't even think one playoff win.
Listen,
the bickering.
Listen. We will cross that bridge. You got to crawl before you can walk.
I get it.
Let's just take it game by game, bro. But
that fan base can't do that, and you know that.
It really is. It really is sad. I mean, it's like
they say winning cures all, but we're winning right now, and it's not curing it. It's not curing it.
And listen. I've been as critical. I've always kept it film based. I never trolled. I would never troll a player anyway, but I never made it personal. But I've been one of the ones that has critiqued Tua when warranted, right? And it's all been film based. But now that Tua is playing extremely well, playing at a level that I don't think anybody thought he could get to. I didn't even think. Again, it's a relative small sample size, but we have to, we need to let him finish the year. But even pre-draft 2020, I got to be honest, in my evaluation, I didn't see this level of play ever from Tua. To be considered number one and leading in 90% of the offensive categories from a quarterback. I never saw that, and I don't think anybody that tells you, yeah, I saw this coming, they're lying.
Nobody saw this type of production.
But he's performing at an extremely high level. He's stabilized that position to this point, and I'm like, man, we should all get on that same train. The Miami Dolphin train, because we've got a complete team. It's just not about Tua, right? Tua's a big part of that, but it's just not about him. Mm-hmm. We should all be on that train, moving forward on one accord. Everybody should be aligned, but damn, man, I'm like the infighting and my did I use profanity right there?
You did. You said the D word, but JMCPT just gave you another 10, so you're at $12 now.
Oh, that's what salute, well,
homie. They
it's some real ones in this community.
I appreciate you, EM. You helped me out today, man.
It's some real ones in this community. I know. It might not seem like it at times, but some real ones in this community. But yeah, man, I just don't get it, bro. We can still debate and get after each other, but man, this infighting and this civil war is just, I mean, maybe it's just not meant to be in our fan base. Maybe, I don't know, but at least my contribution to the community, look, as long as we're winning and as long as we got a long-term solution at quarterback, I mean, my debate,
which I think we have, by the way, just for the record.
Yeah, you might be right. I mean, Tua's playing. You might be right. He's playing at extremely high, and I couldn't be more happier for just the team, but Tua specifically,
especially for him, right? Because he's such a good guy,
and he's learning. And it's like he's having fun out there now. You know what I mean? And
they've been showing like him on the side, like I've been telling people I've been to a lot of games this year, and I've been watching the sidelines, and he has this energy to him, dude, that just I don't know if I've ever seen as a Dolphins fan. Like, even like I'm only 34, so like I remember the end of Marino, but I don't even think Marino had that type of charisma with the players on the sideline. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong about that.
I'm not going there.
I know post Marino, nobody's had this type of charisma as a quarterback on the sidelines.
I'm not going there, but let me just a comment real quick. See how much do I have now?
You have $12.
Oh yeah, you see this fucking idiot in the comment? This Scotty, this idiot.
10.
Okay, EM is such a loser. He needs to claim that no one knew Tua was this good. Don't project your terrible analysis on others, bro. Get the fuck out of here, you stupid. Oh, these idiots. See what I mean? I'm up here speaking nothing but positivity, bro. Genuine positivity. And you get these fucking idiots come out of the woodwork. See, I can never win, man. I can never get ahead. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, stop it. But anyway, yeah, it's refreshing to see just the team, the morale on the team. And again, everybody knows how I feel about Flores, but I never said Flores was perfect. He had his flaws, and clearly you're seeing one of the biggest ones was, just the culture, the morale of the team is it's like night and day with, with Mike McDaniels as opposed to Brian Flores. But, it's refreshing to see, bro. And we're 6-3 right now, and bro, we got a good chance to do some special things this year. If certain key players get back, we maintain, if health permits. And, continue, Tua continues on this trajectory and the team continues on this trajectory. We can do some special things this year, bro. Yeah. And that's what we all need to be focused. That needs to be the focus, bro. Not all this back and forth and, just nonsense, bro. Absolute nonsense. So
you have $6 credit, EM.
That's it? Is that it?
That's it.
All right, man. Listen. Right. So, So how's the family? Your family good? Everything good
Family's
on
good,
your end,
man.
bro?
Family's good. You know,
You
kids
get
are getting big. My kids we're surprising them. What is it? So November 10th. On a Disney cruise, first week of December. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
And
getting ready for the holidays and everything.
Yeah, man. Thanksgiving is my favorite. So
yeah,
as a big guy, Thanksgiving is definitely my favorite.
I absolutely love this time of year, bro. I'm like, man, I'm like a little kid this time of year, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It's life is good. Life is real good.
Life is
So,
good, and I'm blessed to have this show, and I'm blessed to have fans like you and a million other people. And I love
keep doing your thing, Steven. I know I give
it.
you shit from time to time, and I
You
know a
do.
lot of people give you
That's
shit and
$5.
whatnot.
That's $4.
And I'm gonna
Yep.
get on your ass when it's warranted.
That's
You know what I
$3.
mean?
Yep.
You're not gonna be immune to that. You know, that's the same approach I take with not only you but TD, with Reason, with pretty much everybody. You know, when it's warranted, I'm gonna call your foolishness out, and you know we can debate and engage, and
But it's all love.
hopefully,
But it's all love.
exactly, we move on from it.
Yeah.
So, but keep doing your thing, man. Don't, you know, just keep doing your thing, man. Just keep it pushing, bro, and keep maintain your level of focus, and everything will work out, bro. It'll be all right.
You're the
So,
man, brother. EM,
let's get it on Sunday, baby. Let's get it. Fins up, baby. Be good, bro.
Love you too, man. Be good.
All right.
Like,
Oh yeah, real quick. I just want to give a shout out, you know, for your show and everything.
Yeah.
Hey, I know Steven is greatly appreciative. So am I, for everybody, you know, that always shows up and shows him love, to the second best Miami Dolphins YouTube show in the morning. So salute to everybody that's always showing up to show Stephen D some love. Flip floppers, baby. Y'all be good, man. Be
love
good,
you.
bro.
Love
All
you,
right,
bro. Bye. Oh man, love that guy. Manny, I'm gonna save you for last. Okay, Manny? No, you're saying no, you gotta go. Okay. All right, Manny. I won't save you for last.
It's okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
The best for last.
Well, but like you said, my wife, I gotta get going. So I mean, I'm not gonna, you know, talk about any of the whatever's going on today, right?
Craziness?
Yeah, craziness, for lack of better words. I want to talk just, you know, football. You know, I was looking at our schedule. Our schedule really is looking favorable for us. You know what I mean? We got the easy Browns without Deshaun, which actually I wish he would play. I wish this would be his
People
first game
might
back.
get on you saying easy Browns, but I agree. Like they're
on paper.
That's fair.
No game is ever easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Detroit Lions showed us, right? Like the Bears showed us. No game is ever easy, because I said those were going to be easy wins. So besides that, right? I heard, I forget which YouTuber's the one that said this, that Mike McDaniels, everyone's talking about, he's bringing in the system from San Francisco, and I forgot who it was that's saying that we should actually be looking at the Atlanta film from back then. I forgot who said that, but someone said that. And Mike McDaniels in his press conference actually said something elaborating to that. They asked him something along the lines of, you know, a specific route or something like that, along the lines of what did they see in Tyreek Hill, right? And he brought up a Julio Jones route, which is him back in Atlanta. So that shows some, you know, I don't know the right word, but it shows that whichever YouTuber it is that said that, and I think it was TD or Dudley, one of them two said that. I could be wrong again. But yeah, man, they were onto something, because Mike McDaniels definitely said the first thing he thought about for Tyreek Hill was a route that Julio Jones used to run, which was a deep out or something like that. Which, man, that spot on for whoever made that call. You know what I mean? And man, I'm so excited, man. If we could make it to the end and still have hope for these. I mean, you was talking playoffs. You talking? You want to win? You want to win 2 playoffs? I want to just make the playoffs right now. You know what I mean? Because if history, you know, I don't like projecting the past on the future, but man, we've been close, so close for the past few years, you know, that we could almost taste the playoffs, and we're always the first team out. And man, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Like, you know, we've been saying, let's take it week by week. And right now it's looking favorable for this week by week.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be good, man. All right, brother. I love you,
Hey,
man. Be good.
I love you too, man. I hope this craziness will end. We should
It will.
all try to get
It was
along, even if
it
we
was
don't
a
agree.
day. It was a day. And you know what? Tomorrow is another day. And tomorrow will be a good day.
Yeah, hopefully everybody, calms down. We should be better. It's we're here to talk football. We're not here to talk about anybody else. It's a great show. You're doing a great job, Steve. Keep on the 10-minute timeouts or however long timeouts. Be fair with that. Keep if it's a thing, cut me off as soon as somebody pays for me off. If I didn't get my last word out, someone paid for me to not get my last word out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's what it's for. They want to stop seeing my face, stop hearing my annoying voice. Yo, pay the $10. Get me out. Pay $50. How much is it for the full day? Pay $50.
For the day.
Pay $100. Get me off for the week, man. I won't be here for the whole week, but I'll still be listening. I'll be in that chat. I will be in that chat just to let you guys know, man. Hey, fins up.
Love you,
You already know.
Be good,
Love
man.
you too, man. Be good.
Good
I'm gonna be in the
Love
chat.
you.
I'm gonna still be in the chat though, listening.
All right, man. Be good. All right. Who do I want as the final thought of the day? I have two people here, which means whoever I leave as last means I like more, because I play favorites here. I have favorites. I if I like somebody more, I have favorites. And it's not Mr. Hot Dog Man.
What's going on, Steven?
What's up, Crypto?
I have good news and bad news. You see my title, right? Are we living in a parallel universe? The reason why I said this is some striking numbers here. We would admit that our offense is doing okay this year, right?
Yes.
All right. Our offense scored 30 points twice this year, right?
Yes.
And 40 points once this year, right?
Yes.
So we would consider we have an offensive improvement from last year, just only last year, right?
100%. Yes.
That's the good news.
What's the bad?
But the bad news is, did you know that our 2020 Miami Dolphins, headed by Tua Tagovailoa, we also had the same amount of 40-point games and the same amount of 30-point games up until week 9 this year.
So through week 9 of 2020.
Yep.
And week
the
9.
Exact same amount of 40 burgers and the same amount of 30
that is
burgers.
A very interesting take. I will give you that. That is interesting.
Yeah. And and Tua was our quarterback then. Flores was a coach, obviously. But yeah. Yeah. And you want to know what's crazy? We scored 40. We scored 42 against the Ravens. We scored 43 that year against the Niners. We scored 35 against the Bears. We scored 34 this year.
2020?
2020, yes.
Interesting.
2020.
Wasn't 2020 Tua's first year?
It was his first year, but he did start in those games. He played in that season.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, that's his first year. It was split between him and Fitz. But yeah, remember Tua gave us the 34 points against the Cardinals, and he gave us 35 this week against the Bears. We had exactly 31 against the Jaguars as a team, right?
Yeah.
And we had 31 against the Lions. So we had the same amount of 30-point games and the same amount of 40-point games in those years. That's crazy, ain't it?
Batman says, Crypto, I need my hat. Give it to Steven so he can bring it with him to Miami this weekend.
Oh, yeah. If Steven wants to come to Oxon Hill, he could do it. I can give it to him.
No freaking way I'm coming that far. You come to me. I'll have a hot dog for you. How about that?
That's cool.
You come to me.
Yeah, that's crazy because we show a dramatic improvement from this year to last year, but the previous year we pretty much on track as far as our point total.
I want to look more into that because it is an interesting stat, and so
it is, isn't it? As far as our point totals through week 9 at 2020. The 2020 Miami Dolphins actually scored more points up until this point of the season than this year's version.
Defense scored a lot, though, didn't they?
Yeah, the defense did. They were a scoring and turnover defense. Yes, that's
so
true. That defense was like ranked number 5.
Play a part into that, though.
Yeah, this year's defense, however, given up more points than that version.
Well, that's true.
Actually, as far as points against. So it's kind of like switch. But the offenses are pretty much scoring wise on, almost similar. But you want to know what happened in week 10 that year?
Yeah.
The Broncos game happened. So that could be the bad news. We don't want the Broncos game to happen for the Browns. We had the exact same record at this point that year too. We were both 6-3.
It's interesting.
Yeah. So are we living in a parallel universe, Stephen?
I don't think we are.
I hope we're not, because if we are, the Browns are going to beat us next week.
That's not going to happen.
I'm just saying. Just be careful. Remember this conversation. If something goes wrong on Sunday, you're going to start thinking about parallel universe.
I do that anyway because I'm a nerd and I like that stuff. All right, man. Anything else before I let you go, buddy?
No, I just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention on how eerily shocking our offensive numbers are similar at this point of the season than the 2020 season.
Level 2 Noob says, Steven, did you know once in 1984 the Dolphins scored 35 points against the Redskins? Get out of here, Crypto. I love you, brother.
I love you, man.
All right, be good. All right. Last but certainly not least, I do love this guy a lot. He's pretty awesome. Robert. What's up, Robert?
What's up, man?
What's going on, buddy?
Want to add some perspective for you.
I'm all
this
ears.
is not by far the worst show you've done.
Are you sure?
Do you remember Victory Monday from the Pittsburgh game? See, you don't. You blacked it out.
maybe my conscience did. My subconscious did.
That was far more of a S show than this is.
Bro, I was not having it earlier today. I was like, this is y'all are getting to me. And I don't get got like that. It's rare.
I get got all the time. I'm not above telling someone to F off and cursing them out, but it's because I'm crusty and old. So F it.
But it. I'm usually very positive. Mr. Positivity over here. Mr. Spread Positivity, Kindness, and Love.
Now, when I go talk to my boss at work, he's like, crap. What's he coming to tell me that's screwed up and we're doing wrong?
You remind me of I have a really good friend. His name is Ryan Keeling. He's the president of the Valley Fanatics. I think you two would get along great. You guys sound like each other too. He's one of my best friends. I like him.
I'll have to meet him sometime.
He's a good guy. What is your final thought of the day, my friend?
We're all a bunch of children who don't know how to behave.
That's true.
We all get in our feelings when it comes to this team.
That sounds accurate.
We all have ridiculousness in our takes. And there's hard to find middle ground, man.
Pete just has ridiculousness in his takes.
So, but for this weekend's game, it'll be a hard game. It's not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination. The Browns don't have the best record, but they are not a slouch of a team. They're physical, and they're going to hit us in the mouth. And we'll see how we respond. It's going to be hard fought.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've played a team that's as physical as they are. And yeah, I don't think we have. So it's kind of where I sit.
Well, you're the man, brother.
I think we'll win.
I think we're going to win.
But
I think we're going to win. I think our offense is going to put up another 30 plus. Another 30 plus this weekend.
What's that?
I said another 30 plus from our offense this weekend.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about their defense. I'm worried about our offense getting their defense off the field. Because, our problem's been time of possession and play counts.
Well, I think
been problematic.
I mean, I get that, but I mean, we're going to put up points. That much I know. We're gonna put up a lot of points. It's gonna be great.
I just want to see 40.
You and I
Like,
both.
what
I
is
want
it
to eat a
for?
40 burger on Monday, man. You have no idea how bad I want to eat a 40 burger again.
So what do you think the narrative will be Monday if we win versus if we lose?
I mean, the narrative on Monday, it will be exactly what it is. We beat a bad Browns team. And the narrative, if we lose, will be, oh, we lost to a bad Browns team, so we're a bad football team. It won't be, oh my God, we're absolutely amazing and great, although it should be. It'll be, oh, well, we beat a team we were supposed to lose to, or we were supposed to beat.
I think that loss to the Jets really hurt that narrative.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Like
it'll
the
be,
other,
but again, Tua wasn't there, and that plays into something.
yep. I'm like,
So
it'll be interesting to see. But I'm gonna get back at it and get back to work. Keep your head up, bud.
my head is up.
It could always go more off the rails.
No, I don't want to. I don't want it to. I'm not here to see the world burn. All right. I love you, brother. Be good, man.
Be safe.
All right.
Bye.
Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. Just so you know, we're at $20, $25 away from goal today. So can you all get that last $25 in? I would love to see y'all get that last $25 in. Do it. Do it now. If 5, 10, 15, 20, if 5 of you donated $5, we hit our goal for the day. We hit our goal. We only have 72 likes out of 92 people, 94 people watching. Hit the like button. If y'all really want to see the show grow and not see what you saw today, for the most part, donate. Help it grow. If 25 of y'all just donated $1, we would hit our goal too. Let's go. And remember to subscribe. If you are not subscribed to the channel, you should be. You should be. All right, I want to remind you all tonight, Notice Nights. Except it won't be at 8, it'll be at 7. And I think Allie, aka Dolphreaky, will be on there with her. And Allie will also be on with me in the morning. So you're going to get a double dose of Dolphreaky tonight and tomorrow night. Hello, let's go. Love it. Love it. Come on, guys. Let's get that last $25 in. I got it. I don't know why it does that. Edit. There we go. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. Right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. We did over 3 hours today. Still got 3 hours in, even after all the madness, which is what it is.
Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Biz for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro.
To a time, to a time. Time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. Tomorrow is Spread Kindness Friday. It's gonna be a good show. We're gonna have a great show tomorrow. Come on, let's get that last $25 in. Come on, donate.
Only fans up in this house. We've been waiting, yeah, we've been patient. Now it's time to cash out, no discount. Super Bowl, yeah, we in rock. I don't know when, but it's close. I don't want to overhype, but I just know I like it. So excited, you gonna notice now. You should notarize it. They say 2 from that rock. Shout out to some more. Now it's time to lay the smack down. You think
All right, remember 7 o'clock tonight, Notice Nights. Tomorrow night, my man CB83 will host the very first show. Ben's Take with CB83 on Friday nights. And tomorrow afternoon, we got Nando Talk with the Lunchtime Rewind.
Switch it up, now we improvise. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Biz for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time.
To a time, to a time. All right. I like that song a lot. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Man. All right. All right. Nobody's going to donate that last 25. Come on. Come on. I'm going to see if I can. I know. I like music. Music always makes me feel better. There we go. John 83. Put a smile on that Finn's face. Let's go. Let's go. We're $15 away from goal. Come on. Let's get it. Love it. Love it. Let's keep doing it. Let's keep making it better and better and better and better and better. Ooh. I'm trying to find that video file downloads. There we go. Do this one. Tua with the $20. Let's go, guys.
Do you remember when we fell in love? I remember, don't worry. Do you remember?
He gave 15 with $5. Keep the donations coming in. Keep them donating. Let's see how far we can get during this song.
I can feel it. I can feel it coming in the air. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. It's coming in the air.
Come on, keep this donations coming in, y'all. Let me get one more big donation. Who's going to do the biggest donation today? I love that song, man. That song puts me in a better mood. It really does. It puts me in such a better mood. It makes me go crazy. I want to find that one more video. If I can find it, I'll play it. I don't know where it is, though. That's the problem. I can't find it. I wish I did. Man. This isn't it. I was hoping. I can't find it. It's not it. Can't find it. I'll do it one more time, right? Yeah. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is, but it's really making me mad. Oh, well, I have to find it. It's got to be here somewhere. All right. Only 59 of y'all watching now. Y'all are just sitting there, look at me, look at everything. All right. I'm going to end the show with this.
To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time.
Hold on. I don't like the way the show ended today, but that's my fault because I really was trying to play that one song. I know what I'm going to play. Here it goes. I'll play it from here. Y'all hear this? Let me know if y'all can hear it. Let me know if y'all can hear it. Share screen. I hope y'all can hear it.
Itipu mai au I te whārua Aha koa te aha mukore Kia whakarono mai ki o I kore kore ana Ka whakaro ake a te aha E kore noa e tahi e rereke Kia muki o pai tā whiti Aha ko te kokei E mana nui tō te aki Hei aha te whakaiti Tiro ki tua tuara e Whakarono ki nā wai o roto e Kei wehi te wehe nā I tō awa Tiro ki tua, tiro ki tua, tua Tua Koro koro tuiro to pa koro Kia mai au e kore rere I mohi o e nui no atura Tōku ora nai na te hira ira He ora nā nā kau kei tuara Kei tuara Tuara e Whakarongo ki nā wai o roto e Ke wehi te wehe nā I tō awa I tō awa I tō awa I tua Io pai tō piti A ko te kokei He mana nui tō te aki Hei aha te whakaruiti Titiro ki tā
I found it. Hold up. I'm going to play it again. I got it. I got it, guys. Here we go. I'll play the same song again, but this time I got the video to go with it. I couldn't find it, but I found it. Knew I had it.
Aha koa te aha mukore Kia whakarono mai ki o I kore kore ana Ka whakaro ake a te aha E kore noa e tahi e rereke Kia muki o pai tā whiti Aha ko te kokei E mana nui tō te aki Hei aha te whakaiti Tiro ki tua tuara e Whakarono ki nā wai o roto e Kei wehi te wehe nā I tō awa Tiro ki tua, tiro ki tua, tua E koro koro tuiro to pā koro Kia mai au e kore rere I mohi o e nui no atura Tōku ora nai na te hira ira He ora nā nā kau kei tuara Kei tuara Tuara e Whakarongo ki nā wai o roto e Ke wehi te wehe nā I tō awa I tō awa I tō awa
te kokei he mana nui tō te aki hei aha te whakaruti Titiro ki tō
No, I was just thinking I need to make it this year's highlight college. I made that last year, just so y'all know. I knew that he was quarterback of the future last I'm just saying. I knew from day one. I hope y'all enjoyed the show today. I did. It was a lot of fun for the most part. The end was good. The absolute end was. I love y'all. Y'all the best fans in the world. Donate to the channel, help the channel grow. I will see y'all tomorrow for Spread Kindness Friday right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
I know the whole city rising. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter collar. Whole squad been trained to go. Fence for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time.